Grieving. Nobody does that anymore.
Oh, are we all gonna become ghost types together?
Okay, I cannot talk about that. See, I had a joke there, but I cannot say the joke anymore.
We're live.
Yes. Speaking of which, hello everyone. Welcome to another session of...
Sunstruck?
Yes!
The chilling adventure.
Brave New
No!
World.
No!
Wait!
No!
God, I did go into a coma. I don't even know what day we're on.
What do you mean what day we are on? When was the last time those campaigns have been active? Well, actually, no, but Brave New World is active. What the fuck am I? Maybe I am in a coma.
We're all got a brain dead.
I mean, Brave New World has been incredibly active. Even if no progress has been made lately.
I mean, progress was made, but at the same time not made.
Yeah, that campaign is going a little bit slow, but that's okay.
It's complicated.
But yes, my wonderful players. Sadly, we do not have the Polish Anaconda here.
You mean the Polish anarchist?
Yeah, we don't have the Pip-Plop with a Molotov cocktail. Oh wait, the wrong campaign.
The dragon who launches their own child.
I mean, would you not yeet the baby if you had a baby?
Okay, great.
It's funny, there is an animal in nature that will, I don't remember what it was, but it's like a small gopher type thing that will yeet its own babies at a predator to escape.
But
Isn't that prairie dogs?
I don't remember.
But yes, my wonderful players. Would you like to
Yes.
recap what happened last time?
So it was a lot of back and forth of roleplay. So
What, role-playing in the tabletop role-playing game?
I know, right? Shocker. It's funny
Unheard
because
of.
even Moonstruck is finally getting into the roleplay aspect. But anyway. Yes. Anyway, so we all finally got some rest. We decided that we were gonna wait until the morning before waking everyone. After I went to talk with the mayor and everyone for a bit, we decided, yeah, you know what? Everyone needs their rest, especially my team, considering we were up for days. So yeah, we'll just wake them in the morning and call it good. And sure enough, the night was not uneventful. There were a lot of wake-up calls throughout the night, including, but not limited to, Riolu coming in and deciding, hey, can I go beat up the blue chicken? And we're like, no, we've got a plan. We don't need you to ruining the plan. Please just stay here for now. I know you want to prove yourself, but for now, we need you to stay here and just don't do anything crazy so it doesn't ruin everything that we've got set to try to deal with the situation in the best way possible with the least loss of life. And after about 10 minutes of talking, we finally convinced her to just go chill in her room, go back to bed, and just wait. And I don't remember what the second interruption was. It started with Riolu, and then after that, something else happened. Salandit, right. Salandit came in for some reason to tell us that Linon was there dropping stuff off. Because when I told him, let me know if anyone comes into the guild that isn't supposed to be here. Apparently, for some reason, he thought that Linon wasn't supposed to be here because the way he took that was, let me know if anyone that's not in the guild shows up.
Now, this only goes for DJ Aries and Thrack. I was actually in a different location and I slept wonderfully.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
that's true.
He finally got to finish his date. So he was in the Eevee village after taking the little secret paths back to the Eevee village, and then finally got to finish his date. He very much wanted to stay with Umbreon. Very much wanted to stay with Umbreon in his room, but Mom was like, "Hey, here, have the spare room," and both of them were too kind to say, "No, I want to sleep with him," and probably also too awkward. So yeah, ended up sleeping in a different room, and morning finally rolled around. Yes. Morning finally rolled around, and do you want to go over the bit of how you got to town first before I continue, Ember?
Oh yes, I first my character not Umbreon went to like a beach cottage thing that Umbreon had, and we just hung out there until Ares sent mail. And then we both decided to answer that. I mean, I decided to answer that, and then started heading back, and he decided to come with.
Yes. Okay. But so now they're just getting back to town as everyone is, all, still busy bees wandering about before we've actually got everything ready to go. And now things are almost prepared. All we need to do is just have everyone start calming down, getting indoors, getting the electric types set up for their ambush to try to paralyze the big blue bird, Articuno, and hopefully it goes off without a hitch, because we really don't want to have to hurt him.
Then it turns out everyone in town wants to fight the bird. Gastrodon comes with his Shellos, and they got all the chestpins and Archon.
Oh god. Just imagine we get the chestpins involved. They all just start flooding over him like a wave of chestpins. Just
all the chestpins have like a stock of like blast seeds, and then they start throwing the blast seeds.
Oh my fucking god.
Just artillery nuking Articuno. Oh jeez.
Ready the cannon.
But yes. So Eevee made it back to the mayor's place. They turns out there just so happened to be, apparently he didn't come specifically for this, but there did just so happen to be a member of the guild association here today, which in this case is Purloin here. There we go. Is Purloin here, and between Purloin, Zorua, and Eevee, we all kind of went over the strategies of how we want to go about this. They completely forgot about the original strategy for some reason at first, and which was paralyzing him and then having Audino remove the ribbon, band, whatever it's called, that's tied around his leg, that's kind of indirectly forcing him to do this.
Well, it does kind of make sense when you realize that you're talking about the guild association.
Yeah, they take a more direct approach to everything.
They do usually, they're all about like resolving the issue at any means necessary, after all.
Yeah. So after a bit of a talk, I reminded them, hey, I kind of know this guy. I'd really rather not hurt him. If we can do it without hurting him by paralyzing him long enough to remove the thing, hopefully he comes to his senses and is willing to work with us. If not, well, then we'll do what we must. And in the end, we actually have the means in the town right now, between not only having a diamond team, an entire guild, the entire town, and everything, behind us. We have Eevee, which Eevee in herself is probably more powerful than the entire town combined. And that's saying a lot. But anyway, so We have contingencies for our contingencies, and we're all just hoping it works out without having to end anyone's lives. And yes, our characters are aware that if we have to kill him, he will come back, but we'd still prefer to avoid it.
Look at you being
So-
goody two-shoes.
You shush. So, after all those discussions, I asked Rin if she still had any of those crafting supplies left over from the festival several days ago, and she said yes, they're in the warehouse, and she took me down there. She showed me the stuff. After a little bit of deliberation about how we're going to go about it, I decided it would probably be most efficient to just helping hand Rin as she makes a replica of the injector pen, the DNA splicer, that Articuno is after, so that way, I can at least lure him into the trap. Because I did promise him that I would message him when she wakes up and when we have all the information that we need.
So I do have to say, I maybe have said this last time, but looking at all the people here, you are heavily lacking in flame attacks. You basically have everything but fire attacks.
Well, that may be true, but who needs fire when you have Eevee?
Still needs to be able to get to him, he flies.
Who needs to fly when you have big, strong Pokemon that can throw Eevee?
Oh my god, is this that scene from My Little Pony where shedding armor through his wife?
Oh my-
Yes.
Obstagoon's just gonna grab Eevee and just throw her like a football.
Yeet!
It's gonna be that scene where the baby just latches onto the face, just, you're coming with me, bitch.
It's gonna be the incredible scene with the kid.
Yes.
Article is screaming, just get it off! Get it off!
But yes, my wonderful players.
So we finished right after we made the replica.
But yes. Is there anything anyone else would like to say?
Not that I can think of.
Anything at all?
I think we're good.
I am petting a cat.
Pet the kitty.
I was gonna say something, but live stream.
I just got home and my cat's like,
Yeah, I know. I'm just being
Squeeze the kitty. I mean, it is made out of water after all. Alright. In that case, let us begin. Also, all of you get XP for the recap.
Yeah.
Ah.
You have all helped.
Frozen chicken.
Some chillax music, as you guys are about to fire the legendary.
Yes.
Alright, so who would like to start? Also, we are going to kidnap Thrack.
I say we start with Ember.
Alright. Are you okay with starting, Ember?
yeah.
Alright, Ember. You and Umbreon have just arrived in the town, and you can see that there's a lot of people around. Some people you don't even recognize. Umbreon just kind of looks at you, like, this is the first time he has been here, and there's like, this many people about.
Well, I want to go track down your sister.
Yeah, he's just going to nod and he's gonna follow. Right now, he's definitely gonna be more of a follower, as he's not very good with a lot of people.
Same.
Oh no.
Gonna try to navigate this to find my guild master.
Alright. So, Eevee, I have a question.
Yes.
We ended this by you guys finishing the item, or by like leaving after finishing the item?
By finishing the item.
Okay.
So we are still in the warehouse.
Alright. So, Ember,
Yeah?
you would go to the center of the town, and you would not know where Eevee is. What do?
I just keep wandering around.
Gosh.
Maybe I'll find someone that I know.
I mean, you would meet some Pokemon that you know. For instance, the fact that you know, Latias is kinda in the open right now.
I'll make our way there first, I guess.
Alright. So, Ember. You would see that Latias at this point is kind of just like flying about and concernedly looking around, making sure that nothing terrible is happening. Like going about.
Oh, see if she's awake now.
Sorry, what do you say, Ember? You're kind of quiet.
So she's awake now.
Are you saying that in character or?
In character.
Yep. Umbreon would look at you and say, I guess she got better. Legendary Pokemon, I know.
I guess they already talked to her.
He nods. He would probably not be here otherwise.
This is kind of tough because I have no clue where anyone is.
Yeah, because you just
that's
kind of
right.
entered the town and everyone is split up in different directions.
That's when you start asking questions.
Yeah.
I want to look
Like-
for stuff.
Do we say Ember?
I'm gonna just start asking Pokemon where. You know where Aries is?
Annoyingly, nobody would know where Aries is right now.
Oh boy. Nobody saw them go into the warehouse?
Nope!
Remember when she did want me to come back? She shouldn't have sent me a letter. I'm just gonna head to Meow Meow Bar then.
Ah, good. Right. Making your way to Meow Meow's, you can definitely tell that even though it is pretty early, there is a lot of activity inside. And when you enter, you definitely see a lot of familiar faces. Like, you will see Espion and Mary, you will see an Meowstic herself, you will see, like, some Pokemon you've never seen before, and you also see that there's Bolt and Vincent over here.
Well, I'm gonna go to them.
Alright. Vincent,
Yeah.
you feel the presence of 2 cats behind you. Sorry, 3 cats behind you because Bolt is a cat too.
I'm like,
There's cats
I
in
just
front of
turn
you,
around.
there's cats behind you, there's cats in front of you, oh god.
I'm gonna look like. Oh, hey, you're back.
Yep.
Oh.
Whoa,
You suddenly feel like the presence of cats behind you has tripled.
fucking. Umbreon stand just grew right in front of me.
Yeah, it's because for you guys, it changes sizes for some reason.
Huh.
I don't know why. And I'm currently trying to fix them.
Okay.
You haven't seen Ares anywhere, have you?
I think Ares went to the storage area?
Oh, never mind. She called me back and just.
Yeah, everyone's kind of getting ready for all-out offense right now.
Oh, so it's violence then.
Well, yes and no. Because it's like, if I think Ares kind of come up with a plan to trick Articuno or whoever's controlling Articuno, thinking that we gave them what they're looking for, and if that doesn't work, well, we kind of have some of the highest people in the guild association over here today.
Yeah, I noticed there's a lot of Pokemon around.
Yeah. I kind of point back to like where the. Well, I don't know. The Mischievous is this killing in the bar now too?
Yeah.
I kind of point back to the Mischievous, like, they came through a gate earlier, so they're showing up pretty quick.
Wait, a gate? You mean they're opening them in the middle of town?
Well, apparently our neighborhood lightning is able to do that.
Yeah. You would see a lot, Linone in the corner, currently drinking.
Huh.
Yeah, I did not know that, and Mousestick kind of wants us to keep that with our village area only.
Well, considering that I can do it too.
Yeah, but again, it's only gonna be localized in our village. Nobody else needs to know. I mean, Umbreon, you kind of around all of us now, so it's like you're kind of getting this information regardless.
I mean, I'm just going to nod and just.
Umbreon's fine.
Yeah, I'm just gonna nod. It's okay
Exactly.
with
That's why I'm not really too worried about saying it in front of them. I mean, well, look at who he's with right now, so.
this. Amber just toots his head and says, "What does that mean?"
You're physically here with them, right?
He blinks.
I just
What are you getting at, Vincent?
I'm not. I just look at. I'm not talking about that. I'm like literally saying Umbreon is here with you.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, he
You
nods.
brought him here for backup, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he nods.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
what I mean.
Yeah, I'm here. She just looks at you as what does the monkey talk about?
I don't know. I think he's flustered.
The monkey just looks at his stick and just like does that, hold it like to contemplate whether to hit himself or hit you kind of thing.
Hi, Bolt.
He's just gonna wave, smiling that you noticed him.
Oh yeah, Bolt took your bid last night because you were.
That's fine.
Me and him have just been, well, I guess we kind of been bonding a little bit. Become friends more.
Good.
We're just gonna nod and say, "I'm really looking forward to zapping the big blue."
If it comes to that, yeah.
Yeah, Aaron. I'm just wondering how long it's gonna take for Eric to deal with their stuff. Because if this doesn't go through, then yeah, we're gonna be in for a world of hurt. Well, if a lot of us get hit.
We're just gonna look at you and be like, so where did you say my sister was?
The storage house, I think. Kind of.
Where is that?
Just looked at me. I'm like, where is the storage house, anyways? 'Cause I never saw it myself.
Shears looks at you and says, you do not know?
I actually do not know.
Go to the center and go to the right, and it is the first building on the left.
Okay. And I'll look back to the two of them, like, you catch that?
Who's gonna know?
Yeah.
All right. Well, there you go.
You just
Hi,
gotta.
Meowstick.
So he's just going to wave at you and says, can I get you anything?
I look at Umbreon. Do you want anything?
I was hoping to go find my sister.
Okay. I was just wondering if you wanted to have anything while we're here.
He's just gonna smile and say, if you want anything, you should get something.
And I was just wondering if you wanted something.
I don't usually drink.
Ah.
Patting Bolt on the head as this is happening.
Or just looks at you confusedly.
Well, if you're gonna go find Aries, I'll go with you.
I mean, if you wanna get something, we probably wait.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
I'm actually still full from breakfast.
He's just gonna be looking at you and just say, so, are we?
Yes. Yes.
He's just going to start going once you start going. God, that's so awkward.
Awkward, but I'm thinking Meowstic is like, they're adorable.
As they leave, by the way, Grookey, Meowstick is just going to look at you and say, so they are definitely becoming a thing.
Oh yeah, definitely. I kind of look at the Bolt, just like, well, so yeah, you might want to get ready to have to deal with your sister to having a boyfriend.
Bo just kind of tilts his head confusedly.
I'm gonna look at it like, remember how your mom and dad were together?
Yeah, I mean that's what moms and dad do. They are together. Yes, silly Grookey.
Yeah, like your mom and dad were together, and now your sister and Aunt Umbria might be together like that.
Oh, but that doesn't make any sense.
Why doesn't it make sense?
He's Umbrian.
I mean,
He's a Zorua.
Look at your parents. They weren't the same. They
If-
got together.
He thinks about it for a moment. And then he looks at you and says, but I was different.
I mean, are you saying you don't want your sister to be happy?
I mean, I do. But
Did-
like-
did she?
But she cannot do that.
Why can't she do that?
No, because being with another Pokemon is you.
Maybe right now for you, but
It's
As
kinda like what Lupus is doing.
oh yeah,
Yeah, she acts like all weird and stuff. Especially around Choker.
mm-hmm.
And like, can you imagine actually being like that? Like, he just like opens his mouth with like a grimace with his tongue out and just like, eh. Like, behind a guild, we're supposed to be fighting. You're not supposed to be getting like close and stuff.
I just look at him again like, your parents?
But they were not in a guild anymore when they became together.
They were together when the guild was still around.
No,
Are they-
he lifts his paw and says, no, they were in a team together.
Which is part of.
So, a team in a guild. They were fighting. They were being awesome and heroes, and then they became boring.
Yeah. Oh. So you think that because they came boring, if they weren't doing that, you wouldn't be here right now. You know that?
What do you mean?
But you'll learn you'll learn later.
I mean,
Promise.
what are you talking about? I'm confused right now.
You that always will happen. You will be confused, but then when you get older, you'll come to realize what I was talking about.
I mean, the village chieftain explained it to me.
I just looked like,
Yeah, I was, mom and dad like each other very much, and then one day I was delivered by a developer.
yes. But that took a while for them to become that point. And
No. No, but you see, they were very awesome, and awesome people stick together, and then the developer thing happened, and then I became a thing.
yeah, and that might be happening soon.
Yeah, but like, Umbreon is not awesome.
you don't like Umbreon?
Also, that I don't like him, he's just not awesome.
I
Oh.
think it's awesome.
Yeah, not that.
I'm like, I look at him like, well, you realize he's here to help us, right?
Oh
If
yeah.
he actually manages to stop the Articuno, would that make him awesome in your eyes?
Oh, he's not gonna be the one stopping Articuno, it's gonna be me.
You know, you're gonna have to fight somebody for that.
You think?
Your our new guild friend, Zorua, they want to be the one to take out the Articuno first too.
He knows his eyes. Alright, the first I need to beat her up, and then beat the bird.
You know, you two have a lot in common.
What do you mean?
Zorua likes to beat up people first too, without asking.
I mean, he asked.
I think you two might actually become good friends with that.
Or he looks away and says, "No way, absolutely never."
Or I guess you can call yourselves rivals.
You see, we cannot be friends
Why can't you be friends?
because she's a girl. It's kind of like the situation with Lupus, right? Like, it's very difficult to be friends with her because she's a girl, and she. Though I do have to say, Lupus is less girl than your average girl.
I'm just gonna side-eye Meowstic to see if she's like laughing about this.
Meowstic is like aggressively cleaning her glass.
Yeah, I kind of got the like. Bolt. Well, we'll see how things go.
Yeah, you're really weird, Grookey. But that's kind of why I like talking to you. He says as he pats you on the head, as if you were the one who was the silly one in this conversation.
I just looking at him, just.
But he meant that like completely genuinely. Like there is no subtlety to his words.
I know.
He is very earnest.
It's like me talking to a little brother right now.
He is basically little,
Yeah.
and he has not grabbed a lot of smarts. Probably taken more from his dad and his mom.
I can see it.
But yes. So, Ember and Umbreon. You guys are going back to the center, following the directions, and you would find the storehouse.
Yep.
The door to the storehouse is closed.
I'm going to knock.
Alright. Eevee. Eevee,
Yes.
you hear a knock on the door.
I would just look at Rin.
She looks at you with concern. Is it happening?
Hopefully not yet. She'll just kind of give out like a small concerned look as she gets up and heads for the door.
Alright.
And when she opens it, she just barely creaks it open.
Alright, you see the door slightly creak open as you see a tiny face of a Eevee.
Oh, okay, good. It's just you guys.
Who else would it be? You did call me after all.
Well, yes. Just I told you to get here so we could be ready, but anyway. Just wanted to make sure that no one knows exactly what's going on, because the less people that know, the less difficult it will be for him to call the bluff. But come on in, you guys. She'll open it a bit wider for you to come on in.
We're just gonna side-eye you a little bit, Aris? Confusedly? But enter?
Once everyone's inside and the door is closed behind her, she's just pretty much going to say, okay, so, we've got a current plan right now. The best option to not have to hurt him is to try to make him think that he's going to be getting what he wants, lure him into a trap, and then we're going to try to paralyze him first. We've got our most powerful electric types on standby. And hopefully we can keep him down long enough for Audino to remove the thing on his leg that's forcing him to do this. If that doesn't go to plan, well then it's going to be pretty much an all-out assault.
That sounds reasonable.
Hopefully, if it does come to an assault, we can knock him out without killing him, but you know how these things tend to go.
Yeah, I don't have the greatest track record with that.
She's just gonna nod.
Glumyo is just going to, poke in and say, legendary Pokemon are sadly very difficult to knock out.
She's just gonna nod. Oh. Well, we just finished making making a replica of the DNA splicer that Articuno's after. So, it doesn't necessarily need to be perfect, it just needs to be good enough to get him to land.
I
And
noticed
that's
that
it.
Articuno seems to be gone due to the weather not being so bad right now.
Yeah, it's more than likely due to the presence of some very, very powerful Pokemon. Like, for instance, the one of us, she says, motioning to herself, that is the most famous out of all the Eevees. I'm sure you can imagine who I'm talking about. Riolu sent her here to help us.
So the
Or
bird
Lucario, sorry.
So the bird isn't so arrogant that it actually does care.
Yeah, he seems to have recognized the firepower that we've kind of pulled in at this point, but hopefully we won't need it.
Glumyo just sighs and says, maybe we should have been a little bit more subtle about it.
Well, maybe. We'll see how it goes. But, yeah. I think the best bet might be to pick a meeting spot just outside of town. So that way he's a little less inclined to think we're just throwing him into an all-out assault. And
That's
if
probably smart.
and if it doesn't go well, Cosmog here can teleport us back to town.
Glamio is just gonna look at both of you and just say, so you were not here when we were talking about it, but it seems like the Guild Association has a plan of their own how to get rid of Article.
Ah.
Yes.
Yes. In the harbor, there is a ship right now ready to assault him if you manage to get him over.
I don't know. What do you think, Rin? Do you think it'd be better to try to draw him into the center of town or somewhere just outside of town?
I would say that the further away he is from the living spaces, the better.
Eevee will nod in agreement.
You don't need this to involve Pokemon who have done nothing wrong.
Yes. Though really, that's almost the whole of the town at this point.
I mean-
None of us really wanted this or have done anything wrong.
What I mean by that is, obviously we are gonna be defending the town, but there's other Pokemon here who cannot really defend themselves.
Eevee will nod at that. Yes, yes. I just hope this goes the way that we're hoping.
Right now we have 3 plans. 1, paralyze him.
Plan A.
We will paralyze him and we will remove the thing. The second plan is we can just beat him up on the spot. The third plan is we lure him to the harbor and the boat will do what needs to be done.
It's if all things don't go as well as we had hoped. Okay, well, we should probably get everyone into position sooner rather than later. So if you want to get everyone, like all the mercenaries and everything ready, I'll make sure my team is ready.
Lamia is gonna nod and actually look at you, Eevee, and say, I do have to say, you've definitely taken the guild leader mantle pretty well.
He just kind of nods a little bit and says, I honestly am not too sure how I'm doing as well as I am myself, but I will take the win.
With a slight smile, she's just gonna say, take the wins when you can. There's not gonna be many of them.
Her smile falters a little bit at that, and she says, yeah, I kind of figured as much.
I will send you a message once I have everyone ready.
She'll nod and say, alright.
In the meantime, grab your team, grab people from your guild, and send me a message when you know the location.
Okay, we'll probably pick some place that's, nearby enough for him to not get too suspicious, but also far enough to hopefully not draw anyone into the crossfire.
Can I not? Can I look at you, Umbrian and, Zorua? He's just gonna say, you two, good luck. Don't get hurt in this.
I sure hope not.
Gonna make her way out of the storeroom.
Holding the replica in her paws, she's gonna say, by the way, just so you guys know, this is what the object looks like that Articuno's after. Long story short, it's called a DNA splicer. It's a very scary object. the real thing I have hidden away somewhere only I and one other Pokemon knows where it's at.
I thought Latios had that.
No, turns out it was Latios. It was actually a gift from Latios to Latios, that's why she had it. But Articuno's chasing Latios because he's the one who took it. From who, I have no idea, but we're bound to find out eventually. Long story short, the real thing of this is meant to combine two Pokemon together for a very limited time, but also giving those two Pokemon otherworldly power while they are combined.
That's weird.
It is, and it's considering the Pokemon that it was designed to be used on are in themselves world-endingly powerful Pokemon. Yeah, you can see why I wanted to hide this and keep the location
I mean,
secret.
why do people gotta make stuff like that?
Well, in the research documents, the original intent was to create a Pokemon with the power of Arceus to reverse everything that has happened in the war some 30,000 years ago. It was a project with noble intentions, but obviously it can have dark consequences if in the wrong paws. So yeah. Anyway, we should probably go get everyone in the guild ready.
So we're gonna break the thing after this is done, right?
Well, see, that's the thing. Until I know the whole story, I don't know if it's a good idea to just destroy it or to keep it or anything like that. I'd like to hear all the facts and figure out what is going on around it right now. Like who wants it, why they want it.
Eevee,
Yes.
your brother, your Eevee's brother looks at you and says, "Isn't not breaking it the very reason we are in this position, in this place?"
Well, I don't know, honestly.
Oh, Thrack's here.
Hi.
Oh,
Oh
Hi.
shit, Thrack made
Thrack
it?
made
Hi,
it.
Thrack.
Hey, I woke up.
What the fuck, Thrack? Where were you?
So I came back home from work. I wanted to get myself like 5 minute nap, and I woke up after almost 6 hours.
Nice.
5 minutes became 5 hours.
Hey, it do be like that sometimes, man.
Yeah.
Oh, Thrack, I have some interesting news.
Oh,
I have equipment for your character for the Follow the Equestria thing, so that's one thing. Your intro is written, that's second thing. And third thing is, I got Monster Hunter World working. There was a little bit of a problem because the recent patch for the game broke it.
what do you mean it broke it?
I loaded into the game and everything was either white or pink.
Fuck.
Yeah, so basically if you have the high resolution textures downloaded, they don't work anymore. Just go to the Steam forums and people are talking all over the place about it.
Oh my fucking god.
So what I had to do is I had to uninstall the game, reinstall it, and make sure that the DLC for the higher resolution textures is not on.
No. So I'm gonna need to download that 80 fucking gigabytes again.
Well, if you have the high res textures, then yes.
Oh.
This is happening to literally everyone, apparently. It doesn't matter what graphics card you have, this is a problem with the game, not with your GPU. But yes, let us continue.
Anyway. I mean, yeah, I don't really know. See, that's the problem. All I know is that Articuno wants it for someone, because they're forcing him to be pretty much like a retriever. I don't know. But point is, it might be worse for us if we did break it. I don't want to destroy it until I know the whole story, at least.
I guess that's fair, but it's not good having that sort of thing around.
Ember notes.
She's just gonna nod. Like, don't get me wrong, I completely agree. But anyway, let's go get everyone in the guild, get them ready to go, and prepared for a potential battle.
Vincent and Bolt are at Meow Meows.
Good, we're gonna need Bolt. We're gonna need pretty much every powerful electric type that we have ready to give it all they've got, and hopefully we can stun him.
I think I saw Ampharos there as well.
She's gonna nod. Yes, though,
And Marie.
I mean, though Shocker and Bolt are the only two electric types in our guild, Rin is handling all the mercenaries.
Someone forgot about Bite.
Well, my character doesn't know where Bite is.
I'm just saying.
I guess there is that. Yeah, you're right. And also, yeah, right, Bite. The new guy.
Bite. Shocker. Over he is.
Okay, so if you guys want to tag along, feel free. I'm pretty sure most of the teams are at Meow Meows right now, so should be easy to get everyone together.
I'll tag along.
Pass Badger to the team still at the guild. Being ready.
And she heads off towards Meow Meows.
Right.
Give me a moment.
I literally said give me a moment as he said give me a moment. What the fuck?
What? What were you gonna do?
Oh, oops, wrong music. Go. I just wanted to say give me a moment because I was changing mute.
Yeah, I have to go to the bathroom and do some other stuff in the kitchen. So.
Alright. Eevee,
Yes.
you arrive at the Meow Meow, so you can see that a lot of Pokemon are already here. Also, Thrack,
Yeah.
I assume last time you were with Grookey, right?
I think so.
You materialize.
He was gone for a second and then came back.
He did the thing again.
Yeah.
Oh,
Happened
God,
a
where the
lot.
hell am I?
What's a hell?
Bunch of meow stick.
Yeah, stick. Also, hell is. I think it's Giratina's realm.
Who's Giratina again?
One of the gods.
Oh.
Like the actual gods.
Ah. It's just like him to just talk about gods just casually as he appears.
Yeah, what are you going on about?
What do we?
Why bring up Giratina all of a sudden?
I mean, Shinx asked me what hell is.
He lives as I have a name, you know.
Sorry, I feel very tired for some reason.
Aren't you paper?
Yeah.
Does becoming a paper not make you like not tired? Is that not like sleeping?
I don't know, but I don't think I can sleep while I'm paper.
Wow.
Also, we didn't really get that much sleep last night, remember?
I mean, yeah, but paper.
Yeah, I don't think that's how that works, but I don't even understand it either.
But yeah, Aris, you walk into this conversation.
Alrighty. Hey guys.
Oh hey, Thrack's back.
Your mistress.
She's gonna nod.
Is Articuno there? Are we about to beat him up?
It's about time, yes. We're gonna try not to beat him up first, Bolt. Did you get... I still cannot for the life of me remember the name of the paralyzation move.
Paralyze?
Is it just called Paralyze? I don't think it's
not.
just called Paralyze.
Man. Where it's so easy.
Oh, you're already looking for it. Okay.
Okay, so there's a lot of different paralyzation. The only one that 100% paralyzes is called Thunder Wave.
Yeah, that's the one that also has no physical damage to it. It's just Paralyze, right?
Yeah.
Okay. She's going to look at him and say, do you have the ability to use Thunder Wave?
He shakes his head.
Hmm.
But I do have I know two different moves that do paralyze.
Hmm.
Do they
what
hurt?
moves?
Yes, a lot. Even hurt me.
Hmm.
Probably
Huh.
Thundershock.
A double-edged sword, yeah?
Oh no, as in it hurts when I use them.
That's what I meant.
But I don't have any sword.
She's going to pull out her Wonder Mail and write a quick note to, well, one of the chessmen that she knows, and pretty much just say, hey, do you guys happen to have Thunder Wave in stock for TMs?
Let me roll that.
You probably could have just walked over there.
The answer is no.
Okay. Well,
They do
you'll
have Side
probably-
Wave if you want Side Wave.
What's Side Wave?
It's a psychic.
Skyway.
It's a psychic attack.
I don't think any of us can use that.
I'm gonna just take a look
Brainwave?
if I can.
Yeah, so Side Wave is really funny because it is a move that scales with your level.
I'm back, by the way.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Scale the level.
Yeah, every 10 levels you add 1 damage die to it.
Huh.
Huh.
What other TMs does he have?
Give me a moment. Closed it.
Also, I can also learn Thunder Wave.
Wait, you can learn Thunder Wave?
Yes, from a TM.
What the fuck?
I mean, it really is a status element move, not really an attacking.
Oh, I can learn Will-O-Wisp.
This is what I have.
So I can learn Will-O-Wisp, Reflect, and Rest.
Funny that, like, Pokemon need to learn how to rest.
I know! It wasn't the healing part of rest.
Hey, maybe that's the move they're actually picking up right now.
Oh my
So you
no,
actually get a-
no,
a
he
good night's
always
sleep.
he rested too much.
Yeah, I overdid it.
You overdid it.
But yes, those are the moves.
Okay. The chessmen don't have the TM for it right now, so how about we're gonna keep you on the side. If the other electric types that do have Thunder Wave don't manage to paralyze him, and things go to a fight, then you can start hitting him with it. Okay?
He's just going to nod with like this like wicked grin to him. He's like ready. He's ready to fight.
And remember, we're trying not to kill him unless we absolutely have to.
I mean, He's a legendary bird, no? Those cannot die.
Well, in technicality, they can die, just they always come back.
Yeah.
But can you imagine being, like, stuck living forever and having to die over and over and over, and the pain that would come with that? I'd rather not put him through that.
Boat is just going to shrug and say, I mean, life is already pain.
Wow.
Yeah.
How old are you?
Yeah, well, we're trying not to make it more painful, okay?
It's painful
Yo, Aries,
already.
I hope Bolt isn't becoming a fucking boomer.
What? What are you talking about? I mean, like,
No.
I mean, if
Bolt
you,
is becoming goth.
I mean, you can like open a door, hit yourself on the face. That's pain. You can get hit in a dungeon. That's pain.
I mean, yeah, but it just means
Lupus may
there's-
Lupus may walk by you. That's pain.
I mean,
I-
that just
Eevee's-
means there's pain in life, not that life is pain.
Is that different?
I mean, are you getting hurt by simply being alive? Or by random chances?
I mean, you're tired.
Eevee sighs at this conversation.
I mean, you're tired right now.
I mean, yeah, but being tired doesn't make me feel in pain.
I mean, it can. I can help it.
Drakloak will just do a heavy sigh.
I'm just gonna like lean over to Thrack, just like, be glad you weren't here with a conversation with me trying to explain that his sister is hooking up with an Umbreon.
Oh my god.
What?
Eevee literally face falls at that.
That's what I was telling
Okay. Anyway.
I'm just vibing and just hanging out next to Umbreon.
So anyway, the less of us, so we're gonna do this in a clearing just outside of town to minimize risk. And everyone that is not an electric type that's powerful is going to be staying in town, where we're going to fall back if things don't go to plan. But any electric types that have any ability to paralyze, and yes, that does even mean you, Bolt, will be
Yeah.
going to the clearing, and we're going to find a place to hide you until we're ready.
Oh, I'm very good at
So-
hiding.
I hope so. So, yeah, anyway. Rin is going to handle the mercenaries, so Ampharos and Jolteon and all them, she'll handle getting them there. I'm going to go ahead and just grab you now. Everyone else, just find some place in town, preferably away from the houses. And let me know where you're at so we know where to fall back to.
So, a place in town, preferably outside of town.
Well, see, the thing is, we can't have everyone outside of town ready for this attack, because then he'll get suspicious and expect it. So if things, go bad, we'll have to draw him into town where everyone else is waiting to help us. As well as we also have literal artillery just outside in the harbor, and some... Apparently Pokemon have gunships, Thrack. I don't understand how, but
Wait, what?
yes, they have actual gunships. I'm pretty sure it's probably something pretty, old, probably like cannons and cannonballs and whatnot, but you know what? It's still more than I expected.
You know,
The
I'm
point
just gonna say cannonballs still hurt very much so. And I don't think they're gonna need...
Meowstic is just going to turn her head, and for the first time, she's actually gonna be the one to open a conversation and say, what's a cannonball?
A giant,
Um,
perfectly circular hunk of iron.
a hunk of iron that's basically the size of Marie, probably.
Wait, DJ just said, I'm going to the restaurant and he died.
Yup.
What the fuck?
Life.
Anyway, oh my god, is he gonna go to Elvis way?
He ate a very sloppy kebab.
But anyway,
But yeah,
in order to be able to like use them against him in the first place, sadly, we would have to draw him not only into town but through town to get him near the harbor, near enough where the guns can fire on him. But that's a absolute last resort. That's like if somehow Eevee herself can't stop him.
I just
But
hope
anyway.
that Eevee isn't just gonna fucking kill Articuno. I like the guy.
Eevee's gonna nod and say, yes, I agree. Anyway, so you can go ahead and come along with me now. Bolt, is anyone else in the guild here in Meow Meows?
no.
Okay. We're gonna go get everyone else from the guild real quick, and Thrack, I will leave everyone who's not an electric type to you to get gathered up wherever you think would be safest in town. I'm gonna trust you with this, okay?
And do we have a map of the town?
Yes. Here, she'll just give you her wonder mail or her wonder map for now. Or actually, no, you should have one. You're the technical
Is
team
the-
leader.
I mean, is the map of the town in the Wonder map?
No.
Oh, it's not?
Yeah.
No, see, the Wonder Map is much bigger than that. It's more like it's like World Map in a game.
Yeah.
Okay. Your best bet for that would be to talk to Rin. She probably has multiple maps of the town. She's currently at her place, getting like the plans set with everyone else, and then she's gonna be gathering up the rest of the mercenaries and everything. So if you want to catch her, like before she starts moving about, I would head to her house real quick to get a map if you need it.
I think the most I could do to Articuno is confuse Riot.
Glumeow, her actual name is Rin.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So I'm gonna go back to the guild and get Shocker and Bite. I will see you guys hopefully soon. Oh, and I also gotta go get Audino. Anyway. She then just gives them a wave and says, alright, good luck.
As Aris is gonna be leaving, Bold is just gonna look at Thrack before he goes and just say, "Alright, I'm gonna be going as well. Enjoy being here and not defeating Articuno."
Oh god, don't tempt him.
You see him.
You
You just see him run towards the door. You swear there's electricity in his step. He is so ready. No man has ever wanted murder harder than him.
Fucking zoomers.
Well, you called him Doomer and a Zoomer. What the fuck?
See, that's because I'm becoming a boomer.
Oh my fucking god. Well, Thrack, you have an entire pub here. And Grookey looks like he's anywhere between becoming paper and becoming Grookey.
Half-papered Grookey.
So what do?
I guess I'm gonna pick him up onto my head.
Well, you do have a big duty, though.
Yeah, exactly.
That was kind of thrown at you.
I kind of woke up and then I was like, and then Aris was like, yo, get absolutely everyone here and tell them where to go.
Yup.
And I think as a team of the town, we should have had a map of the town.
Well, you see, there's gonna be the joke. There is no map of the town.
So wouldn't the fastest way be for me to just fly a little over the town and just draw the map myself?
But you don't know that there is no map of the town.
Alright, then I guess I'm gonna go to the Glamios.
As you would be going to Glumnyaus, you would actually catch her mid-opening the door.
Ah, hello.
Yeah, she just looks at you and says, "Oh, that's fortunate." Behind her, you will see Zorua, Furloin, and with JoJo music, Eevee.
Alright. What do you mean fortunate?
Oh, I was just hoping we would find the rest of you.
That's good, I guess, because Aries just kind of threw a thing at me that I'm gonna need a map of the town for.
She tilts her head. A map of the town?
There is not map of the town.
She smiles. Almost as like a giggle. This is like the first time you actually saw her like on the verge of giggling. And she just says, "But our town is so small, there's no need for a map."
I mean, there's always... it's always good to have a map of the town, even if it is small.
Maybe it is something to think about later. I mean, we are getting more Pokemon in town.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna quickly fly up and draw the actual map.
That is not something you can do quickly.
Man.
You could still at least fly up and look around for where might be the most strategic position for everyone to lie in wait.
That's a good point. I'm gonna do just that.
Alright, so you fly up.
Mm-hmm.
And as you're about to fly up, Glamia is just gonna, like, kind of rotate her head to look up and just say, "By the way, when you see Aries, could you talk to her?
About what?
About the fact that I'm gathering everyone."
So we have two people gathering everyone?
What are you talking about? Are you supposed to be doing that?
I mean, at least the ones from the guild.
This is weird.
So should I leave that to you then?
Let me gather everyone. We are going to gather. We are going to gather in the storeroom. When the time comes, give us a signal. Send us a message or something.
As the actual team leader, you would have Wondermail.
I mean, yes, I know that. But
Oh,
still,
okay.
I'm confused that Glamiao is also gathering fucking everyone.
There is a major case of miscommunication here.
Isn't that why the Russian army was getting fucked
Yes.
very often? Are we the Russian army right
Yes.
Uh,
So yeah, just say that to Aries when you see her, alright?
now? Alright.
You do whatever you're doing up there.
Aye.
Yeah, you just see them Jojo walk towards Meow Meows.
Also, did she say storeroom or stall room?
What the fuck is a stall room?
I don't know.
What the
a
fuck
room
is
for
that even?
A room for Joseph Stalin?
Why is we so about Russians right now?
Because apparently we are them and they are us.
No
Yeah.
Russian.
Comrade.
No
Bruh.
Russian. Oh yeah, by the way, Thrack, as you're up here, you would see that Latias is up here as well.
I'm gonna wave at Latias.
Looks at you. Oh, it's you.
Hello.
Hello.
I don't think we've met after we woke up.
I don't think so, yeah.
So, how are you?
Oh well, definitely much better now that I'm healed.
That's good.
I'm here trying to sense the upcoming storm.
I'm gonna look around. Do I see any frostiness anywhere?
Difficult to tell because it is raining. Like, it's kind of funny that she's talking about upcoming storm when it's storming.
I mean, isn't it storming about right now, Otis?
She looks at you and says, what I'm talking about is the storm of power. A very powerful aura. A powerful Pokemon. I cannot sense Articuno anywhere.
Very powerful aura of a very powerful Pokemon. We have one of the most powerful in town.
They have a god. We have an Eevee.
Well, Matthias, you do your thing. Apparently, I need to do something else again.
What are you talking about?
A serious case of miscommunication.
Oh. I never suffer from that. Me and my brother, we never miscommunicate.
That's new, huh?
Hmm?
I mean, I was always getting miscommunication problems with my brother.
Do you have a brother too?
Yeah, though he's not here anymore.
Oh. I'm really sorry.
Life.
Can I imagine if my brother would have died?
Yeah. Hopefully he's alright.
He gives you head pats. Just don't be sad.
Don't worry, I am not sad. This is my normal mental state.
That's kinda sad.
It's called depression.
Man.
You should be smiling. You can fly.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna give her headpats, and I'm gonna fly off to the guild.
Yeah, it's kinda difficult to see her very quickly, but you're pretty sure she's just kinda waving with a smile.
Last time I met her, she almost nuked Grookey.
Yeah, last time you saw her, she almost killed one of you. And now, now she's like chill and like giving you head pats. The life in Mystery Dungeon in a nutshell.
Brings memories of Brave New World.
Oh gosh. Right, so you're flying back towards the guild?
Yeah.
Alright, now, at the guild. Aries,
Yes.
you open the door to the guild.
Yes.
And on the inside, you can see a very interesting sight. So Salandit is like over here-ish, right? Just doing his thing. And you can see everyone just kind of being positioned and ready. We should have done this earlier, but
The lack of logistic in this group.
yep. And you know, the first thing you would actually see is actually Jotian's butt, as she is kind of commanding everyone to get ready.
Let's go on play.
Oh. Perfect. Hey, Jolly.
Ah. Hey there.
Perfect timing. I need you, Shocker, and Bite. We're getting all the electric types prepared for the ambush.
Electric types?
She's gonna nod.
Not. She then she turns around, looks at the entire thing, and then she looks at you and says, "Are you sure you didn't mean fire types?"
She's gonna nod. So, sorry, I apologize if anyone didn't get around to telling you. So we actually have 3 plans, of course. We don't really have many fire types in town in the first place.
She's going to
But-
tilt her head when you say plans and says, "You make plans?"
She's gonna nod slower. Yes.
Wow.
We don't
imagine making plans.
Well,
What the
we
fuck?
don't.
Fucking rookies.
We don't want to hurt Articuno. He's.
Wait,
a
you are
friend of
planning
ours.
not to hurt Articuno? You know he came here to hurt us, right?
He came here to get something, but he's not working under his own will. He's not being, directly controlled, but he's being indirectly controlled by the band on his leg. He's being forced to do this.
She's just going to hit a paw against her paw and just say, simple.
We cut off the leg.
She turns around and looks at Riolo and says, "Zorua, yeah? We need to cut off his leg."
No.
I mean, that would do it.
It will, but that's even worse. We already have a plan for that, Jolly.
Oh, you do?
Yes. Our healer, Aldino, she knows how to remove them. So we don't need to sever limbs and possibly torture our friend.
Our friend? It's a legendary Pokemon. Those are not our friends.
Yes,
Some
to
of them
me.
aren't so bad. You'd be surprised. I don't have time for this. Anyway, I need you, Bite, and Shocker. We're going to set up the first primary ambush just outside of town. Every one of you are going to hide. I'm going to use this replica here. She holds it up for everyone to see. This is a perfect replica of well, not perfect, but it's good enough from a distance. A replica of what he wants. And once he lands and comes to try to retrieve it, that's when I need you and all the electric types to hit him with, hopefully Thunderwave if you have it. If you don't have Thunderwave, whatever sort of stunning electric move you have. Or paralyzing. We want to try paralyzing him first to give Aldino time to remove the band on his leg without hurting him.
She's
Getting hit by a bunch of electric attacks will hurt.
Yeah, that's why I'm hoping they have Thunderwave.
She's just going to turn around and say, "Alright, any of you have Thunderwave?" You hear crickets. And then Brainwave lifts his hand. You?
Oh,
Yeah, he's just gonna nod.
alright, then you're coming along. What about Ampharos? Do you know if Ampharos has Thunderwave?
The closest thing to Thunderwave is Thunder Punch. See,
Well-
we don't really do the whole keep them alive thing.
I mean, that's fair. I guess the good news is he's not particularly weak to electric attacks, so if you do have to hit him with a painful electric attack to paralyze him, then so be it. Just, the big thing is, once he stops moving and is on the ground, stop attacking.
Actually, it is weak to electric attacks. It's a bird.
Wait, is he actually ice flying?
Yes, ice flying. He's weak
Yep.
to it.
Yep.
Oh.
This is why as a storyteller, I was kind of like, wait, you're actually counterpicking him. Oh, that's kind of smart.
Oh,
Unintentional counterpick.
What did you think Articuno was?
well,
I
I didn't realize that flying was weak to electric.
What?
It's a bird.
Yeah.
Well, I don't play that many Pokemon games.
It's okay. It's
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
I was did an oofy.
It's one of
I
the
mean-
it's one of the two things that electric is good against.
I mean, if you would be looking at birds constantly going onto the power lines and being fine, would you think that they are weak to electricity?
I mean, to be honest, with that logic, they are weak to water as well.
Are
I
they?
mean,
I mean, have you seen what happens to like an eagle if they fall into like a lake?
Well, not
Yeah.
a lake, but I see them very often, like, washing themselves in puddles.
I mean, yeah, that's a puddle, you know.
I mean, yeah, but that's still water.
Yeah, but like, anyway, not a good conversation right now. But yeah, Julie looks at you and says, "All right, let's go."
All right. You can come with us too, there, Brainwave.
He's just kind of looking around and says, "Are you sure?"
She's gonna nod.
I'm
It sounds
gonna
like you
go.
might be our best bet for paralyzing him without pain. If you're the only one with Thunderwave, then I guess you're. It's. Anyway, let's
the
go.
psychic type is the only one with Thunder Wave.
What about putting him to sleep?
There is that option, but we're kind of low on time, so we don't really have the time to put together everyone who has the chance of putting him to sleep.
What about stun seeds?
I mean, if we have stun seeds, then yes, but I don't know if we have any.
Well, I don't have a stand seed, but I have Chesterberry, which heals sleep.
Monzu just looks at you and says,
Oh, we do have one sleep seed.
Monzu looks at you and says, I have a couple of those at our treasure.
Oh, you know what? Then start handing them out to Shocker, Bolt, and Bite and Jolly, if you have enough.
And for all we know, Eevee has like 6 XI seeds.
Do
I
you
will
really
go ahead
want
and-
to throw XI seeds?
I will go ahead and take this one sleep seed that we have.
Make Articuno could just start tripping balls.
Not again. So yeah, you're just gonna start giving these seats over here to you know, the guys that you told.
Okay, good. This is good. Then that makes our lack of additional Pokemon with Thunderwave a little less of a problem.
So Eevee,
Yes.
I will describe what you can see. You can see Team Star Chaser who just like give each other hugs, or more like Vera is giving Bite a hug, who's doing his best not to look concerned. And yeah, he just presents himself eventually. Team Hope, very simple thing, except it looks like Lupus is about to kill everyone with hugs.
She's squeezing them so hard that we probably hear cracking noises.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's not healthy.
Shocker and Brainwave, step forward.
Okay, and everyone else, and that does mean Zorua and Umbreon, as much as I'd like to have you guys there. We need you with Rin and Thrack whenever and wherever they get set up here in town.
Yeah, I suppose it's fine. I mean, I could confuse Articuno, but I'm not sure how much that'll do.
I mean, a confused Articuno, the best outcome of that is he attacks himself, but usually that just means he randomizes his attacks.
Well, the way it works in Mystery Dungeon, he starts using random attacks in random directions.
Oh, okay.
That could be dangerous.
Yeah, that could be very dangerous, especially
Wouldn't want
since
that
we're
in a
trying
house.
not to damage. Exactly. So, alright, once everyone, all the electric types and Brainwave are gathered up, she will turn around and start heading out.
And as
She
you
actually does know.
and as you open the door, Thrack.
Oh, there you are. Everyone else is already ready to go for you.
Hey, Aris, why didn't you tell me that Lamia was supposed to already gather everyone?
We talked about her gathering all the mercenaries. Why? Whatever. If she's
told
gonna
me
gather,
that
it sounds like a miscommunication. It's fine. If she wants to gather everyone, then just help her out. That's fine. I've already got everyone that's gonna help with the first ambush. Do you have any, like, did you guys come up with a place for us to fall back to? Like, where are we going if this doesn't go well?
Well, right now she told me to get everyone from the guild teams to the storeroom. I'm
Okay,
just
okay.
confused as to what she means. Which storeroom?
All right.
Right now she's at the Meowsticks.
All right. I'm going to run over to the storeroom to try to, show blah 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 words.
Aries is put on the spotlight and he's breaking. He's like, you can feel Aries, you're just breaking under the pressure.
No, I got this. I got this.
Umbreon's probably just looking at her with concern.
Yeah, Umber is like,
I got this.
okay, Zorua, you can see that Umber is like this close to just picking up Aries by the ears and just like taking her place and just just taking control of the situation.
So I'm gonna take Cosmog down to the warehouse and show them the warehouse, get them familiar with it, so that way, if it doesn't go so well, we can just teleport straight back. And then that's exactly what she's gonna do.
So all of us are still going to the same place.
Just for a moment. Yes.
Just think, if this doesn't work,
And yes, so I guess we're all heading to the storehouse.
Oh my god.
what if we all get teleported into that one room?
Or actually, better yet, thankfully I do know that Bolt was there, so... hey Bolt, do you want to show everyone here, the electric types and Brainwave, where that opening was in the forest just outside of town that Gobite and that Fracture fought?
Oh, yeah, I can do that.
And then she's going to look past him to Jolly and say, can you do your best to try to get everyone well hidden in that area for me?
Jolie looks at it and says, not usually into the whole hiding thing.
Yeah, I know it's not usually your forte, but just work with me on this, please.
Shocker is just gonna look at this as, I'm okay with hiding.
Good. Do your best to try to stay completely out of sight and find the best hiding spot you possibly can near that opening.
Out of character, staying completely out of sight, so basically what he was doing for past 2 years.
Yes!
Yes.
Alright. So yeah, the electric types will get prepared. Right, Aries, what are you gonna be doing now?
She is running over to the storehouse real quick.
Alright. At the storehouse, you can see something, kind of funny. You can see the rest of everyone being there. Either outside or, inside.
Good, so
Besides,
everyone is here.
oh good, then this actually saves me time of not having to hunt down Ampharos and Marie. Yes.
So many noises, I know.
Ampharos is here, right?
Yeah, I'm first.
Everyone is
Sorry, it takes a while to move everyone.
Okay. I was just making sure. Okay, so the first thing she's going to do is she's going to stop right in front of the storehouse, look at Cosmog, and then point at the storehouse, and then she's going to say exactly that. Storehouse.
Mog looks at you, nods.
Okay. now that that's taken care of, she's gonna give everyone a wave and say, "Hey guys, just came over to show Cosmo the storehouse, and also, I guess this helps me find Mareep and Ampharos. Are you guys ready to prepare for the first ambush?" Looking directly at them.
Who are you talking to specifically?
Mareep and Ampharos.
Mareep and Ampharos are looking kinda confused. What ambush?
You guys, do either of you two have Thunderwave by chance?
Mareep will leave her ball.
Perfect, yes. Okay, good. So, Brainwave's not the only one. We're definitely going to need you in the clearing when we do the first part of this plan. So if you want to just come with me.
Mareep just looks a little confused. Wait, am I the only one with a non-lethal
No,
attack?
No, we have one other, but he's still pretty young and inexperienced, so I'm not too sure if he can do it by himself, but having you there as well would definitely really help.
Alright, I think I can do that, yeah.
Wait, is Brainwave actually that young?
This is
Yeah.
sort of on the young side, yeah.
And then
Again,
she'll look past-
you guys are totally creating child soldiers, yes.
I mean, isn't that the entire point of being a guildie?
Yes, actually! But yeah.
And then she'll look past Mareep towards Ampharos and say, "And do you by chance have Thunderwave?"
He's just gonna look at one of his paws, which is gonna get electrical a little bit, then look at you and says, I mean, if they are dead, they cannot move, right?
We're aiming not to kill him if we don't have to. He's our friend.
Then he shakes
He's
his
being
head.
forced to do this.
He shakes his head and says, then no, I don't.
Okay. Well, if it doesn't go well, then you'll be able to put those fists to use.
Also, the irony of the final evolution of Mareep not having a non-lethal move. Also, have you guys noticed how most of the electric types don't have non-lethal moves?
Right?
Alright.
Like, even Mareep is like, wait, am I like the only one with non-lethal? And it makes sense because, you know, she was the one, you know, capturing bad guys and delivering them to justice.
That's fair, yeah. Because, I mean, when she brings all the bad guys over to the Magnetite? Whatever his name is.
Magnezone.
Magnezone. When she brings them to Magnezone, if they try to fight back, she's got to be able to do something that, you know, won't kill them.
Yeah. I was telling you, you know, like, way back in Moonstruck, she's a good girl, even though she doesn't look exactly like a good girl.
Alright, well, everyone else is already in position for Plan A, so we should probably hurry up and catch up with them.
Aris?
Yes.
Eevee is actually going to step in front of you, and she's just gonna say, if you need anything, just send me a message, alright?
She will nod. And, well, if things go bad, she's gonna pat, on this, she's not gonna pat him, because that's the trigger. She's going to, give Cosmog a gentle rub and say, if anything goes wrong, this guy here is going to teleport us all right back here.
Yep, everyone nods.
Okay. Hopefully we won't have to do that, but anyway, let's go.
By the way, if anything goes wrong, just mention me. I'm pretty sure that if nothing else, Articuno would probably stop for a moment.
Yeah, to see, that's the weird part. He stopped even at the mention of me, let alone you. I don't understand it.
She's just going to smile and says he has bad experience with you.
Oh, mate. Aris, he actually remembers us.
See, I'm still not sure how this whole thing works with the other version of me.
Glamyao is just going to clear her throat and says, we can talk about this later. Right now, we have a battle to do.
Yeah, anyway. Yes. She's just gonna start going and waving for Mareep and Ampharos to follow.
Oh, follow. Glamia is just going to step forward afterwards and just say, alright, everyone get ready. If that plan fails, well, we are the next line.
And then she's going to be stopping, since I do know that Audino's hut is on the way. She will stop by Audino's hut along the way to grab her.
Alright, so, something funny, as you get to Audino's, she's going to open the door. She's already decked out, has all of her medical supplies on hand. She looks like she's, beyond ready to, treat everyone.
He looks like a combat medic.
Not a combat medic as much as a little bit in panic state because she never expected to ever get in a situation like this.
Who did?
Yeah.
You look prepared.
It's just, I don't want anyone to get hurt. That's all.
She's gonna nod and say, perfect, that's my whole goal here as well. I'm glad we're on the same page. Just, know that Articuno's a powerful Pokemon. Even if we manage to, paralyze him, chances are he's not gonna be paralyzed for long, so whatever you have to do to remove that thing, do it quick.
I will do it as quickly as I possibly can.
Eevee will nod and say, that's all I can ask for. Alright, let's meet up with everyone. We're going to a clearing just outside of town.
She just walks out carrying this massive bag of items that she has to actually struggle to pull. Ampharos,
hey, Ampharos, do you want to help her with
Ampharos
that?
just walks up to her and just picks her up and puts her on his shoulder.
Perfect.
Okay. She looks so confused and so panicked.
Me and Umbreon are so close to that Eevee.
Yeah. Eevee is just there, just looking around, smiling.
You could probably just feel the waves of power rolling off of her.
She's actually pretty okay to hiding it. She actually looks like a perfectly normal Eevee. It's just she has this foreboding sense around her.
Just something's not right here.
The monsoon would not be snowy, he would be...
Even Obstagoon wouldn't fuck with that.
Ah, his favorite form.
Ah, yes, He's literally blue. He's like, oh.
Not again.
Yes.
Alright, so, Zorua and Thrack and Grookey. What would you guys be doing while waiting as Glammeow is just walking back and forth? Just telling everyone what they should probably be doing when it comes to it.
Small talk with Eevee, I guess.
Oh, what would you be talking to about with Eevee?
Just how are things?
Oh, she would tell you that, things are a little bit complicated at Treasure City, so she's really happy that she's here to, release some steam. On some level, she is hoping that Articuno is gonna come here so that she can beat him up.
Same.
What the fuck?
What do you mean, what the fuck?
Why does Ember feel the same?
Well,
He
considering
ruined
that,
Ember's date.
That's it?
yes.
Man, these days you can get beaten up for fucking everything.
We're in the Pokemon world.
Yeah.
That's how they deal with things.
It's kind of like a Final Fantasy thing. You resolve everything by smacking it with a sword until it dies.
Or suplexing a train.
Oh, suplexing! I didn't expect you to make that reference. That's a Final Fantasy game that almost no one talks about anymore.
Also, Articuno is a legendary, and my character thinks legendaries need to be taken down a peg.
I mean, they are being taken down a peg every fucking 10 years or so.
Actually, yes. But yeah, Basically, long story short, Glummeow is gonna want, you know, the stronger Pokemon. That means, you know, people like Igon over here, Obstagoon and such, right? And she's gonna want them to be at the front, while everyone else is gonna be around. And when Articuno attacks, she wants everyone to lead him away from the town, if possible, and fight him among the trees.
Preferably in the direction of the harbor, if possible.
But she doesn't actually wanna take it to the harbor, because she's now going to tell everyone what the boat attack actually is. There is a Charizard with a tube on the boat, and if Articuno gets to the Charizard, he's dead.
Oh.
Everything Aries does not want.
Anti-aircraft gun.
Yeah, literally, there is a Charizard on that boat, perfectly prepared to snipe the motherfucker down.
Awesome.
Just like that moment of like when Chara actually lands a hit. Just 99999 damage. Articuno just freezes in place for a moment. Oh shit.
Hey, Chara?
Yeah. In Undertale, Chara, when Chara lands a hit.
The fuck is Chara?
That's the genocide route for Undertale.
Wait,
When they kill Sans.
but that's you.
Well, the name of the character for the genocide run, like the canon name, is Chara.
Oh, I didn't know that. I don't think that's ever said in the game.
It's like Kara is the canon evil person name, and Frisk is the canon good name.
See, for me, it has always been Finn.
Fair enough.
But yes. So, the second line of defense is here. The first line of defense is here. Alright, so... Aries.
Yes.
Oh, I need to change music. Go. This music is literally gonna be giving PTSD to anyone who has actually been in the dungeon.
Oh my god, this.
Alright. Aries.
Yes.
You will see a Shocker, you know, just giving everyone, you know, like, pointers on, like, how to hide. Mostly just covering people in leaves and such.
Leaves, brambles, and just general moss and everything.
You will also see Ampharos just very gently putting down Audino, and then dumping a lot of leaves on her. He himself actually manages to dig underground. You know, with the move dig.
Huh. Bite did, you said?
Ampharos.
Oh, Ampharos. Not who I expected to have dig, but you know what? It works. There's no way that Articuno would expect someone underground.
Yep. Jolly is really not happy about, like, the way you are doing this. She is very obviously into the whole open fighting thing.
Yeah.
The only thing that you can see about Bolt, by the way, because he's very small, so he's really easy to hide, is his tail that is every now and then waving out of the pile of leaves. Eventually, you know, Shakur would just walk up to you and just, like, nod silently that everyone is ready.
Okay. She'll just nod back at him to get into position.
Yep. She's just gonna hide behind one of the trees and just, like, throw a thing over him.
She will pull out her replica artifact DNA splicer, pull out her Wonder Mail, and write in a Wonder Mail to Articuno saying she woke up, had a long talk with her. Turns out she has what you are looking for all along, so there's no need to chase Latios. I have it now. Meet me in the clearing outside of town. send.
All right. For the longest time, nothing happened. Apparently, he was pretty far away. He doesn't actually reply, by the way.
I figured he wouldn't.
But eventually, you don't need to, like, roll me anything. But you will see him approaching. And with him, a much bigger storm than the storm that is already happening above you. Okay, I have expected Thrack to, like, make a joke about, yo, he is the storm that's approaching.
Oh my god.
Guess I had to be the one to do the joke. Wow, I cannot believe you missed out on that. It's a fucking Devil May Cry joke. You always do though.
Man.
But yeah. Eventually, he arrives.
Eevee heart-pounding noises.
He graciously lands in front of you. And looks down upon you. Doki. My heart went doki doki.
No.
With a, like, after drawing in a deep breath, she's gonna look up at him and say, "So, I'm guessing this is actually what you were looking for."
He's just silently agreeing to nod. By the way, the weather is
then-
different.
Hey, yup. And I'm gonna take a wild guess here and say you can't talk about who wants this. Looking at the thing on his leg.
He's just going to shake his head.
Okay, well, she's gonna, like, hold it out for him to approach.
He is actually just going to extend his wing.
And once he starts getting close to it,
No, he's not gonna
she-
go. He's not gonna go for it. He wants you to go to him.
okay, well, that's not too big a deal. I would imagine everyone's not, like, all clustered up in one spot. They'd probably be in several spots around in the clearing, right?
Actually, they are kind of clustered.
Oh, okay. Well, here's. Go ahead, sorry.
No, I was just laughing at the idea of them being clustered.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was easier for Shocker to like cover them, but they were close to each
Yeah.
other. Like, you know how they are like over here? They're not like this clustered, but especially Bolt and Bite are like right next to each other, ready to just like just go out and just like start fighting. And you have no idea where Ampharos is.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like, you know, with Dake, he can literally be anywhere.
He's in the walls.
Actually, literally, in Mystery Dungeon.
I could just imagine an Ampharos walking up to, like, a dirt wall and just literally walking through it.
So, fun fact, that is actually an ability in Mystery Dungeon. You can literally... So, you know the walls in Mystery Dungeon games?
Uh-huh.
There are abilities that let you just walk into the walls and destroy them.
Oh, like in a detonation, or did they just crumble apart?
Just crumble, just walk into them. I believe Charizard has that.
Huh. Interesting. But yeah, with a deep breath, she will slowly approach. And then once she's about, like, 2, feet from him, she would give the signal.
Alright. So I'm just preparing a couple things here. Opening a lot of character sheets.
I really hope that Brainwave and Mareep can manage to paralyze him. I really don't want to hurt my friend.
I love that you're the only one who counts him as a friend.
No, Thrack actually does as well.
The
Does
entire
it really though?
the
It's
entire
Thrack.
entire town is ready to kill him.
It's just, yeah, he didn't really get a chance to meet Thrack because on that particular day that we met with Articuno last, Thrack wasn't here.
But I talked to
Thrack
Articuno.
He talked with Articuno.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you did separately. I'm talking about when we first met him outside just at the mouth of the cave.
Yeah, then that was separate, but
All right, so Aries,
Yes.
you send out the signal. You hear the sound of electricity from behind you. As both Brainwave and Mareep just jump out of their hiding spots and they use their moves. Articuno just kinda looks at them with angry eyes. Now, Brainwaves, you would probably imagine that would probably not work very well. You know, like you probably were not guessing he would not fail this, right?
Yeah, I actually did plan on helping handing Brainwave's attempt.
Okay, in that case, I'm gonna add 2 more. Oh! Well, he passes well then.
Oh, yes.
Okay, never mind. They both use Thunder Wave at the same time. And Articuno actually falls down, paralyzed.
Alright, Audino, hurry.
She's just going to jump out of her thing. She's just gonna join the fight. And she's just gonna start doing her thing.
And then I'm going to look back to both Mareep and Brainwave and say, be ready, he could break that paralysis at any moment.
They're both not. You are pretty
And
sure...
everyone else, now's probably a good time to take positions in case.
Alright, Ampharos just digs out.
Oh. Surprise, motherfucker.
Yep, Bold and Bite go in. Because it's gonna be like Hirish. Jolteon goes in as well.
Oh,
look at
my
this
heart
board.
is actually pounding in real life.
I need to roll for Audino's. Should I assume she gets thingy?
Yes, she is definitely getting a helping hand.
By the way, you might be wondering why is this so difficult? Pressure.
Yup. That's actually funny and ironic, considering that poor Audino was already feeling the pressure before being in his presence.
Okay. Aries?
Yes.
If it wasn't for your helping hand, she would fail.
God.
Literally, the 2 extra die did it. Well, more like one of them did it.
Oh, thank goodness.
Alright, you see her, you know, just like... Yo, she's literally sweating, you know, like you can actually see, you know, something that is definitely not rain on her forehead. And she manages to finally break this seal and get it off his leg.
Now, how do we destroy that thing so they can't hear us anymore?
She just looks at you and says, I don't know.
Punch it.
Give it the
Ampharos,
I
bury this thing as deep in the ground as you can.
just gonna nod. He's gonna take it. As he takes it from Audino, he's just gonna say, I'm sorry. And he's just gonna take it and just into the ground.
Oh. Now we just gotta pray that he's not gonna be too mad when he resists the paralyzation. She's gonna look over at Articuno and say, I'm sorry about this. I know this is probably not what you were hoping, but I could tell you weren't doing this of your own accord. I I'm just trying to help you.
Right. Very quickly, the paralysis is over. He basically barely struggled against it. You would probably imagine it has something to do with the Reap and Brainwave not being exactly powerful.
Yeah.
And yeah, he gets up, shakes his head, and says, "Again with the humans."
She's gonna kind of just like give like a half smile, like, yeah, we're weird.
Anyway, thank you for saving me. I will be leaving now while I still can.
She's just gonna nod and say, wait, before you go, with that thing gone, is there anything you can tell us?
I can tell you many things, but do I feel you did save me? So I guess I do owe you.
Who wants that thing?
He's just going to sigh and say, "It is a Pokemon. A Pokemon that has too much knowledge of the past. It is a Pokemon that you know."
Oh, my... So he does still have control of you. Does he still have your brothers?
Articuno tilts his head and says, "Who are you talking of?"
Do you not mean... Well, I guess he would probably go by Pikachu in this world, Giovanni?
He shakes his head. Giovanni has not been our enemy for a long time.
Oh, so it's someone else that I know.
Yes. It is the same
She would-
Pokemon that is seeking the capture of that Bushinx over there.
The Gothia?
Yes.
Huh. Why would she want to be... Is there any other Pokemon under her control that we should be worried about?
Yes.
She'll look at him.
I do not know the name of the Pokemon, but it is a dragon Pokemon. As dark as the night sky.
I really hope it's not who I think it is, but... Okay, and do you have any idea what her plans are with the real artifact?
I do not know. I assume she's planning to use it in some way, but I did not understand her plan whatsoever.
How did she capture you?
He looks away and says, "I've made a mistake."
She's just gonna nod and say, well, I'm glad that this at least all worked out. The last thing I wanted to do was hurt you. I do still somehow remember the alternate me's experience with you.
He's just going to shake his head and says, in the ways of fate, there is no alternate. There is only you."
Yeah, I still don't understand how all that works.
If you see one of my brothers, please tell them that I am saying hi.
She'll nod at that. I definitely will.
Yeah. He just looks at you, awaiting any more questions.
So, the only other question I can think of really is, we've been told that she's somewhere on the continent of Sand. But that's all we know. Do you know anything more about how we can find her?
Articuno actually shakes his head and says, "That is not her place. I have been to her fortress. The fortress of snow and ice."
That would get a confused head tilt out of Eevee.
Hers domain is one that actually was very interesting to me. It is how I've made my mistake. Hers was like my home.
Huh. Could you point it out on a wonder map?
Easily.
And she will pull out her wonder map and offer it to him.
Your wonder map is not big enough.
I did have it updated, like, by several Pokemon, including, like, Meowstic and all them, to the point where it's actually pretty big. It encompasses the continent of water, the continent of sand, and our current continent.
Articuno is going to move his wing, one of the feathers, to the north of the continent of water.
Oh. Do you know the name of this place?
He shakes his head and says, I used to have a temple there. She has reused the temple.
Sorry, frantically writing notes. Yuta is on... And it's in a frozen, like, the frozen mountains, I'm guessing, north of the continent of water?
Yes. It is very difficult to miss, though I do have to warn you. It is one of the coldest places one could ever go to. It is so cold that even I feel the chill.
So it's our duchy.
Oh my
Continent
god.
of water. She is residing in an old temple of Articuno.
Articuno narrows his eyes and says, the way you are right now, you would not survive there very long. You need to get more powerful.
He's gonna nod and say, yeah, that's something that's been on our mind for a while. That's why we are kind of trying to take it easy and get stronger before we go doing big events.
Ah, is this your idea of taking it easy?
Well, she kind of like sighs a little bit. Not what I meant. I don't mean, that has anything to do with you. I just meant, other than this whole event with you, we were kind of trying to train up a bit and not go after, well, Pokemon like you, even though there's, well, we were talking about him earlier. Giovanni and his team are hunting Pokemon like you and are trying to get us to help them. And on that note, I would keep your head low and away from them. If you see a rainbow patch, keep your distance.
Articuno is going to not. Oh then. I feel like I have repaid my debt to you.
She will nod and say, I appreciate it. Good seeing you again. Just stay safe, okay?
He's going to nod and say, I do need to find a new home now. It is getting bothersome to keep finding a new one.
I can imagine why.
I wish I was like Zapdos, my brother.
Able to exist pretty much anywhere.
He nods.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah, just looks up.
But,
Oh.
Thank you.
Do not mention it. Yeah, it just looks up and flies up and vanishes in the clouds.
Eevee lets out a huge sigh of relief that she was holding in this whole time.
Bo just looks around and just says, well, that was boring.
Thank Arceus. Yes, that may have been boring, Bolt, but sometimes the more boring it is, the better things turn out. Nobody got hurt because of this, if you look at it that way. If things were to go to blows, we could have lost friends today, forever.
What are you talking about? We would not lose anyone. Look at him. He was so weak. We could have beaten him up.
I mean, let me put it to you this way. So, you know those Thunderwave moves that Brainwave and Mareep just used on him?
Yeah?
That move is supposed to keep a Pokemon paralyzed for well over like several hours and sometimes days. He shrugged it off in like what, 10 seconds, 20 seconds?
Yeah, it was like 20 seconds.
If that
Don't
doesn't
worry,
show
bro,
his
he's weak.
if that doesn't show what power he does hold, I don't know what does. Oh, and one of the most powerful Pokemon that actually still reside on, planet side, Kyogre, he actually managed to hold her back long enough for what I can only imagine as an alternate version of myself and their friends to stop him, to stop Kyogre.
Bot is just going to dismissively wave one of his paws and say, You're saying a lot of difficult things.
That's a lot of words.
Yeah, that's a lot of words.
I'm not gonna read them.
Long story short, he's a lot stronger than our little bout here made it out to be. It helps that we were friends with him. Well, that I was friends with him.
I'm waiting for Ares and Thrack to meet their alternate selves and the world goes boom.
I mean, now you guys have a reason to go to the water.
Yep. But we have some other things that we still got to take care of before that. We've got so many things on the back burner.
Yep. And you need to get stronger before you even go there.
Like clearing out that
too,
dungeon
yeah.
near the Eevee village.
Yeah.
And before that, going to that treasure island just outside of the continent of sand that we keep putting off, that we were supposed to go to like near the beginning of the campaign.
No, you were not actually supposed to go at the beginning of the campaign. It's just a quest that you can do.
Yeah, fair enough. But we still do have that one.
You mean the obvious trap that that Slash set for me and Noel?
Yep. Also, hey Zorua, how does that make you feel that the person that wants to capture you and Bolt is also a person who basically just enslaved a legendary?
I mean, we've already seen that.
I'm just saying.
So it just means we gotta bring some like extra powerful artillery.
Like someone wants you badly. And it's not Umbrian.
Okay.
Oh, that makes me sad.
Oh.
Well, Umbrian wants you in a different way.
We should probably get back and let everyone know that the coast is clear. Jolly, do you want to stay here and like walk back, or do you want a teleport with us?
Yeah, we are gonna go back later.
Okay, we'll meet you guys back in town. What about you, Audino?
I'm gonna be looking over the thing.
Okay. I'll see you back in town then.
Yep. I'm glad nobody got hurt.
You and me both.
By the way, Joey just looks at you guys and says, "Oh, by the way, I agree with the blue guy."
Oh?
Yeah, that was boring. Like, I heard Articuno was supposed to be like really powerful and stuff.
Yes, he's really powerful, but he's a really powerful friend. And we don't hurt friends if we don't have to.
Gosh, imagine saying that on the continent of sand. You would get, like, probably laughed at.
We are not on the continent of sand, bro.
Get here.
She's just gonna kind of just shake her head and say, I mean, as true as that might be, I'd like to keep things the way they are here.
Yeah, she's just gonna shrug and say, just call us next time when you need to kill someone.
She'll nod and say, I will definitely let you know.
You know, Aris, to be fair, considering the Treasure City Guild, it's probably also pretty normal here as it is on the continent of sand.
Well, see, yes, here on the continent, but not here in Capim Town.
Capim was made different.
Yes.
I'm starting
Anyway,
to wonder if guilds are a good idea at all.
so she's going to turn back to her group and say, everyone ready to head back?
They all nod at the same time.
She's going to look at Cosmog, and then she's going to repeat what she said earlier. Warehouse. And then she's going to motion to everyone around her. Warehouse.
Cosmog is going to nod? close his eyes and poof. And Ember just gets poofed in front of everyone here.
So how did it go?
But that was fast.
As it turns out, we got lucky, and we actually managed to pull off Plan A, so all is well. Articuno's free, we got more information on what's going on, so I'm gonna probably have to talk with you and Eevee and everyone else in your quarters, but for now, everyone else can stand down and, well, go back to just town life, I guess. I'm not good at words.
Here you are.
You're free to take it easy.
Yep. He's going to step forward and say, "Oh, I'm really glad that you have resolved it without violence."
Are
He's
you?
gonna nod.
Eevee just looks at you and just kind of makes like a hashing noise. And she just looks at you and says, "Like I said, I'm very glad that you have managed to do this without violence. Remember, as a guild mistress, it is important for you to be the symbol for others."
Proceeds to doubt.
She looks at you again and just like a shushing noise.
I'm just gonna show Eevee the new one, and I'm gonna whack Thrack on the head, like stop it with a stick.
She's just gonna kind of just sigh a little bit and say, "Yes, I'm definitely too. I could already tell just from seeing him that everything he was doing was very much out of character for Articuno. I knew it wasn't something he wanted to do, so I'm glad we were able to free him. Now, he's gonna try to find a new place to live. I have a lot to tell you guys, but preferably behind closed doors." And then she's gonna look back to everyone else that's with her, and she's gonna say, "You guys are free to go about your business as well. Head back to your teams and let them know the good news."
By the way, Zorua?
Yeah?
From behind you, you will hear Zoro whisper to Yorick saying, "Wow, that was boring. I expected to get into a fight."
I roll my eyes.
Is everyone out here, except for this one, having a fucking death wish or something?
Oh, obviously not everyone. It's just, obviously there's gonna be some people who, like, wanted to fight.
Battle junkies.
Yeah. Weirdly enough, Lupus is not one of them. Lupus is happy this didn't actually happen.
Wow, so you are telling me Lupus is actually smart?
Yeah. Lupus.
I'd have been fine either way.
Yeah, like Lupus.
I just had a grudge, a bit of a grudge.
Like Lupus was definitely like, "Oh yeah, this would probably cost us lives. This wasn't worth it."
Yes.
All she wants to do is protect Pack. That's it.
Yeah, like she's strong, she wants to fight, but she doesn't seek out fights. She just wants to protect the pack.
Well, that's diffused, so that's a good thing.
Yep. Eevee and Glamnyao are going to step forward and, await you, doing your thing.
Up to you if you want to tag along, Thrack, since you are technically the right hand of the guild right now. But everyone else, feel free to disperse and do whatever you wish to do for the rest of the day. And then as she'll start heading towards Glamyel's place, I guess.
Alright.
I guess we'll just pick a spot up here.
As Umbreon would be going to Glamnyau's, Glamnyau would look at Umbreon and be like, "You probably not come here. This is probably not for your eyes."
He's with me.
She looks at you and says, "This doesn't really concern him."
Doesn't freaking concern me either.
Well,
Dude,
so
why are you?
I mean, he is a leader of a local nearby village, so it might actually help him knowing. So, if things end up coming to his village, he'll know.
You sure about this, Eevee?
I trust him.
Fine then. You can come in.
I just give her an irritated look.
Ember just kinda bashfully enters.
Okay, and once everyone's gathered up at Rin's table, she'll kind of just lift it, like try to stand up as much as a little Eevee can stand up.
You
And
might
say,
as well be sitting. You're gonna build it
Okay.
higher.
Anyway, so it seems things may be on the verge of, well, catastrophe more than we may have thought. So I'm actually now extra glad that I hid that thing. So, from what I've inferred after talking to Articuno, once we managed to get the thing off of him that was controlling him, he was able to give us information on what's been happening. So the same Pokemon that once motioning to totally a Leafeon, the same Pokemon that wants her and Bolt, Gothita, is also the Pokemon that's trying to get, well, power on the level of Arceus, essentially. So, that artifact that we found that Latios had, it's called a DNA splicer. It was originally designed to pretty much combine the powers of two Pokemon that are already world-endingly powerful into one Pokemon that's supposed to be on the level of Arceus in power. Now, granted, this isn't a permanent transformation, but just imagine what a Pokemon with that level of power can do with just 1 minute. And as it turns out, she already has one of the Pokemon necessary to complete whatever plan that she has. Articuno mentioned that one other Pokemon that's under her control is a powerful black dragon, and the only powerful black dragon I can think of that really fits the description is a Pokemon called Zekrom.
Couldn't it also be Hydreigon?
It could be, but given the theme of things, I'm pretty sure it's Zekrom, because the DNA splicer was meant to put together Zekrom and Reshiram, and we know where Reshiram currently is sleeping. So if Gothita gets her hands on the DNA splicer and Reshiram, she already has Zekrom.
Alright, question.
Go on.
If the DNA splicer is so important to that Gothita, why don't we just destroy the DNA splicer?
That's what I'm saying.
She's actually going to nod and say, honestly, I'm getting to that point myself now that I actually know what's going on. That's probably the smarter option. But now the better question is, can we destroy it?
Eevee's going to live her paw.
She'll look over to Eevee.
Do we know if there's only one?
She opens her mouth and closes it. I actually have no idea.
Do we know?
There could be more.
Do we know where this came from?
It came from... I'm trying to remember the name. Like, what was the name of that, the company that had the logo that was on the pen?
Silpco.
Silpco, right. She's gonna say it came from an ancient human company called Silpco over 30,000 years ago, 33,000 to be a little bit more exact, when humans actually walked this earth as humans. They created them. I have no idea if they made multiple, but considering how desperate Gothita was to get this one, I don't know if she knows of any others. But she's gonna pull out the replica and put it on the table. If there are, it might be a smart idea to have Pokemon on the lookout for anything that looks just like this, because Glamiao helped me make this. This is a replica of the DNA splicer.
So, Zorua is going to look at it and say, could I take it with me? I could bring it to the Guild Association and send out the bounty for all of the other guilds.
She will nod and push the replica over to him.
He's gonna take it.
For now, I have the current one stashed. If, out of any Pokemon I can imagine that would be able to destroy it, it would definitely be you. So if you want to come with me, I will show you where it's at, Eevee.
Things about it. Is it really smart to destroy it? It might be a very powerful bargaining.
She thinks for a moment.
Why would we want to bargain?
I don't know.
Because, so you said that it is a dark, dragon-like Pokemon, correct?
She's gonna nod.
What if it's not this Zekrom Pokemon, but it's actually the voice of life?
What?
A Pokemon known as Hydreigon, the voice of life.
Oh,
The medium that connects with the tree of life that is floating in space.
I mean, like I said with Ember, it's possible that that could be the dragon that Articuno was talking about, but I don't know, honestly. Until we see him, there's no way we can know.
It is true that voice of life has not been heard of in a very long time.
Aries.
She'll look to Ember.
Wrong
That's
one.
Ember?
DJ.
Oh, sorry, DJ.
Aris,
What's with you, Aris?
Aris is
I've
not having
always
a
been
good day.
bad about that, okay?
Well, we know that
Our Cosmog can teleport us to that place. Maybe we should show Eevee the actual location, like the underground.
I'd also like to see the place.
Wait,
Yeah,
we
I
have
mean-
another basement?
Yes. So I'm willing to show only the Pokemon in this room, but just know that we can't give away this location. It's supposed to be an entire ancient underground city that was designed by the humans, again, some 33,000 years ago, to survive the apocalypse. We have no idea if there are still humans down there, for all we know.
I know this place all
too well, actually.
But, yes. If you all would like to gather up, I can take all of you there. Well, by I mean Cosmog. He is crazy powerful for such a little Pokemon.
Drakloak will pet the Cosmog.
Oh no, he pets the Cosmog! No!
Wait,
Not
okay, so
yet.
He
the question is
smiles.
exactly how.
Exactly
Exactly how.
Okay, how are you petting the Cosmog?
On his dark orb, the middle one.
Yep.
On the
Oh,
boy.
yellow thingy. I mean, that's his head, right?
Yep, yep.
Yes. Yep.
He smiles, giggles a little bit, and... bzz. Well, I guess Thrack forced your hand.
Yep.
I mean, to be
Oh.
fair, Aris didn't tell us that that's the way to teleport
Yeah.
Cosmog.
Yep.
Well, I was going to, but
So yeah, you guys blink, and then the next moment you're inside that underground facility.
Now, how many of us did he take?
Everyone, even the table.
Okay. Well, okay then. Eevee just blinks a couple times, and then just says, "Oh, well, I guess that whatever. We're here."
So Zorua is the first one to speak up, and he says, "Wait, I cannot be teleported."
I mean,
Well-
you were.
No, no, this makes no sense. I cannot be teleported at all.
Well, you were.
We need to contain this Cosmog immediately.
It was already
This-
contained at one point, but we had to release it for reasons.
Eevee just looks at Zorua and says, "He can't. This Cosmog is the one that will become either the moon or the sun."
Eevee's just gonna nod.
We just gotta start walking around.
Two EVs is confusing.
Eevee's just gonna like shake her head and say, anyway, so as far as I can tell, right now we're about, I don't know, we're some crazy amount of like distance deep beneath Capim Town. And
Jump off Thrack's head and kind of.
I would like to introduce you guys to someone. She's gonna approach the generator and give it her usual rhythmic knock.
Yep. And immediately, Rotom pops out and says, "Whoa! Whoa, that's all the people."
She's gonna smile and
is
say-
being waved at.
Eevee's just gonna smile and say, hey there again, Rotom. Just
Hey.
just brought along a lot of very important, strong Pokemon here.
Yeah, you
these
even
are
brought
the
a
guys that are
table.
gonna...
The
That was
most
an accident.
powerful of us.
But yes, these are the Pokemon that are gonna help us save the world.
Awesome. I feel really good about being part of saving the world for the third time in my life.
Third time. What were the other two?
Don't worry about it. That's a long story.
Anyway, so this is my friend. He's been down here pretty much since the days of the humans. He's currently keeping an eye on the DNA splicer.
Alright.
And he's the one who pretty much told me that somewhere down here is where Reshiram is at. Reshiram is sleeping down here.
Yep.
Where's the door at, by the way?
The door would be like here.
So there's that door right there. That leads deeper into the city, but we can't really access it without having our, well, paw print, in our case, in the system. And the only way to get our paw print in the system is to reach a security desk that's deeper in the facility. And the only way to do that is to get through that door.
Mind if I take a look at it?
Sure. I don't really think it's gonna help much.
Alright, there's a little panel for a hand.
Hmm.
I'm just gonna put my hand on the panel.
Doesn't work.
I will put my paw on the panel as Zorua.
It gets a green light.
Eevee looks suddenly shocked. Wait. What?
I had a hunch whenever you mentioned that, Gothatel.
Wait, but how is your paw print programmed into this system? I mean, I get that, yeah, you're probably an ancestor of the Pokemon from... But there's so many generations. I'm so confused.
Could have been just programmed just specifically for a Zorua.
So Zorua here is confused because he didn't actually know that the Leafian is Zorua.
Surprise.
Well, I guess we can actually access this facility.
Yeah. By
I
the way,
figured that we had to be important somehow, me and Bolt.
Well, yes, but that hand scanner is supposed to be like really sophisticated. You would think that the children of the Pokemon from 33,000 years ago wouldn't work, but Pokemon worlds are so
By the
weird.
way, the door opens.
I am not sure why Bolt would be needed.
I don't know either.
Eevee steps in, by the way. Well, everyone, you should probably not be going inside. That's probably dangerous.
What is
Well, so the other Eevee is probably one of the most dangerous Pokemon you can ever meet, so we should
It's
be
just an
okay.
Eevee, you know?
Oh, so no, I'm just an Eevee. She is like, yeah. We'll be okay. Just keep an eye on that thing I gave to you, okay?
Okay. Oh, he just vanishes back into the thing. But yeah, the rest of the facility is open.
I guess
That was a wild guess on my part.
And it worked.
I was connecting
Well.
dots basically for the last few sessions.
Yeah, see, I did kind of have the same like thought in my head, like as a player, but as a character, it was like that doesn't really make sense though, because how long it's been. But Pokemon World has different realities than us.
I'm assuming it has something to do with like a DNA scan or whatever.
Yeah, it
Um,
might be more so less like a handprint scanner and maybe more like a DNA scanner.
But yeah, the many corridors of this facility are open to you. The very first thing you guys see is something actually incredibly normal. You see a vending machine.
Oh yes. I'm going to the vending machine.
It is a vending machine, and you can see that there's like peanuts in chocolate. There's like old snack bars, man.
Perfectly preserved.
You are pretty sure that there's some like, I don't know what else is something that nerds would eat. Jasmine seed bars.
Something else nerds would eat.
Yo,
Yes.
Finn, how big are Pokecash coins?
Bigger than the slot.
No. Oh.
I'm gonna look at the vending machine. I'm like, see if it's all the brands that I remember.
It's all the brands that you would know.
I'm like,
Quickly, does anyone have any yen on you?
I'm gonna do the trick. Just go look underneath the vending machine for any change someone may have dropped.
Oh my god, you find some change.
Yep.
Oh
Wait,
my god.
is
Grab
the
it.
front of the machine glass?
Yes.
We
Oh,
aren't
yeah.
breaking a vending machine. What are we,
Why?
savages?
Huh,
Why
those things
not?
look oddly
We
cute.
are
Because
we're not savages, but we're Pokemon.
I mean, that doesn't mean you can't be civilized.
Well, so however much money you probably just found is probably enough to get maybe 1 or 2 snacks, but if we want them all, we're gonna have to break it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eevee is just looking at this entire place over, looks at both of the corridors. Then she actually stops. She looks at all of you and just says, so you should stop.
Eevee will tilt her head.
I'll stop because you listen to this, Eevee.
Alright, so I usually don't get this serious, but this is an ancient place, and it is not a mystery dungeon. So, you should be delegated to the Guild Association.
I'm gonna look at the big strong Eevee one. Cause I don't think they really have a nickname, do they?
No. Not canonical one, at least.
So Eevee,
Yes.
I know this place.
What do you mean you know this place?
Well,
This is the fourth
We're all
time this
here.
man is explaining this shit.
yeah, I came from this place. Like, this is all part of Hoenn, where I was from. This is a city. Well,
Wait. You mentioned that word that Lucario sometimes says. Hoenn.
Wait, the car is from Hoenn? Yeah, he just.
She shrugs and says, I don't know. He just mentions it sometimes.
I mean, gonna talk to him, but yeah, I came from this region, and the flag that was on the side of that computer, that was my home, basically my home region's flag. Like, this is all my place, like where I came from. This.
I understand you are trying to explain this, but right now I need to explain something to everyone here before they get themselves killed. Alright, so I'm not saying that we are taking over this operation, but this needs to be delegated to the Guild Association, and a proper team needs to be chosen for the exploration of this place. It will have to be a powerful team, probably diamond rank. I'm sorry, Eevee, but this is important, and it cannot be given to inexperienced Pokemon.
I understand that.
It would have to be a trustworthy and vetted team.
Yes.
We can't have
extremely.
anyone connected to Gothitelle come here.
Yes, and it is getting a little bit more difficult to actually find those.
So, minor problem with that.
Yes, we do need Zorua.
And I'm pretty sure this is part of like our destiny to do this.
I thought your destiny is there, and she points at Cosmog.
Well,
That's part of
Cosmog
it.
is connected to this facility somehow. This is like the
Eevee's
first
just gonna
Pokemon-
nod.
Yeah, like for some reason Cosmog teleports here like by default.
Yeah, so he does this. Just patting him on the head teleports him here, so that means there's a reason for us to be down here. We can't just let just any team come down here and explore. That wouldn't really do much more than allow them to maybe draw a map.
Things.
In the end, it has to be us.
Alright. Then how about this? You will be able to go through here, but I will send at least one Pokemon here with you that is experienced. Alright?
That's fine.
That's fine by me, but why not yourself?
She narrows her eyes and just says, I have a bad experience with going into these kind of places. Usually ends up with the places exploding. Do you really want that?
I mean,
Fair.
that kind of
That's-
sounds like the place
fair.
has bad experience with you and not you with the place.
Orange berries and cherry berries.
Eevee's just gonna nod and say, okay, well... At least now we know we have access to the facility.
Yes. It's just... I'm just trying to do this by the book, alright?
Okay,
That's fair.
How
I
about
under-
this?
I understand
How about-
completely.
how about this? So, you'll go back, take it with you and to the guild association and get a proper mission built out, and you send it to our guild, and we will take the mission on as a official guild mission. And we'll take time, we'll hit the dojo, we'll do some little missions that we've been putting off for a while and grow stronger, and come back when we're ready.
Alright. You can also take the mission and contact us, and we will send someone powerful from Treasure City that I can trust to come with you.
And she'll nod and say, that's agreeable. We'll take the mission, and when we prepare to, leave, I will personally send you a wonder mail so you can send them out.
Alright. Eevee,
Yes.
promise me that you are not gonna go down here when I'm gone, right?
As an Eevee myself, I promise.
Good.
On the contrary, I really would like to stay in touch with you about this place. So
I mean, out of character, good thing that Aries is the only person who actually promised this.
Oh my god.
my character respects this Eevee, so
I feel like we are here on the verge of discovering something extremely important. So, just be
Eevee's
careful.
just gonna nod.
Extremely careful.
I mean, I definitely agree, considering that the Rotom back there mentioned that Reshiram is sleeping down here, and I know that name doesn't mean anything to you, but to me and, well, Thrack and maybe Ember and, or Lucky and, forgetting Grookey's actual name.
Vincent.
I don't think I've heard of Reshiram. I'm from Galar.
You probably
But
would have
anyway.
heard like rumors of it.
Maybe.
But yeah, to us, we know that particular Pokemon is known to be capable of destroying the world if it wanted to.
Exactly.
So,
I mean, there's already like 20 of those up there.
Yes, but most of
Well-
them can be reasoned with.
yes.
Can this one be reasoned with?
I do believe so, but right now she's, according to notes in that terminal and the Pokemon down here, she's currently in a permanent coma state.
Well,
Is-
considering what you told me about what was going on with Latias, it might be a little bit of a shock to awaken her. I do not know
She's
I don't know if this Pokemon is dangerous or anything like that. From what you are saying, it probably is. And because of that,
Well,
just be careful when you're awakening.
I think the biggest and the most difficult part about it is going to be explaining to her that her human friends have been dead for over 33,000 years.
Indeed.
Also,
Or
don't
cycles.
worry. Also, don't worry. Careful is our middle name.
Oh wait, no, you would know what years are, considering you hang out with Lucario, so I guess I can say years.
Yes, I happen to know a lot about human culture. I also sadly have the weird corrupted knowledge of knowing that, well, the Pokemon world, our world, is not real in human world.
Well, yeah. Well, so not real
Psychic
in
damage to
mine-
everyone here except for the humans.
Not real in my world, Thrack's world, or Lucario's world, but in some worlds it's real. There's a lot of... we could go on and on about this, but it's real to some and not real to some. It's complicated.
She nods and just says, one thing I've learned is just not care. Just let him explain it, just accept it as reality, and move on.
In mine and Vincent's
Yes.
case, this is our world basically.
Exactly. But I'm getting two
Well-
different information from two different humans right in front of me. Then how else am I supposed to accept it? Then just this is just how it is.
He
It's
will just nod.
complicated.
Alright, well, then let's go ahead and close this door back up. Give you time to get that mission situated. My team, you know what? Since we have the whole day ahead of us and no current plans for today, we can go ahead and go to the dojo, get some training in, and tomorrow we'll go on a mission and get stronger.
She actually looks at you and says, Eevee?
Hmm?
You should probably take it easy. You literally just survived some, well, very difficult situation that could have happened with Articuno.
Yes,
I know you need
but
to get more powerful for this, but it is also extremely important for you to keep your teammates healthy.
well,
I don't think I
mean,
have cancer or anything.
And that also goes for Eevee. She needs to take a rest.
I mean, as true as that might be, thankfully things actually turned out in the best possible outcome, so we didn't even have to fight. We've still got our full days of energy.
Eevee? Please don't look at me and lie to me. I can see that you're stressed.
I mean, being
Well-
stressed and being tired are two different things.
Drakloak,
Yeah.
Nothing.
Our guild officer, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, the stress kind of comes with the job. There's not going to be any point where I'm not stressed. So,
I mean, that is true. You cannot imagine what I'm currently going through with all of the saving the world thing. I mean, to be honest, you can probably imagine very soon, considering it's happening. Well,
she's just going to nod.
anyway, in the end, it is up to you. Just giving you advice.
She's just going to smile and say, I do appreciate it.
Anyway,
We will definitely take some time off, but we already had some recent time off of not too terribly long ago, so we should be okay.
I will make sure to throw some missions your way as soon as possible.
She'll nod at that and say, I appreciate it. And then she'll back up and head back through the door.
Is it gonna go through the door as well?
When whenever everyone's back, I will close the door.
Yeah, by the way, will you try to close it without being in your Zorua form?
No.
I am curious if it would work, though.
Let's not try out because it probably has some security.
It actually doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't.
We were. I look at Thrack. Like, I pressed my hand on it before, and it just blinked. That was it.
Yep, I've tried my paw as well.
Right.
I mean, to be fair, I tried mine as well.
Right, Lucky?
Yep.
You put your paw against it, and yeah. You get green light, and it closes.
Does it go back to being red?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm sure Glammeow would like her table back, so we should probably gather back up around the table.
Yes, it would be nice. I actually kind of made it myself.
So Eevee will take her same spot at the table that she had before.
I don't even know where I was.
He was just gonna go to a place. By the way, Lucky?
Yeah?
Zorua is eyeing you. You've caught his attention.
Saw that coming.
That's the second Zorua now that you've caught the eye of, though possibly for different reasons in his case.
No, that is actually the first Zorua. It's still the same.
Oh, it's the same one?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
That's why I was, wow, this is such a coincidence that you guys are starting this part of the story this early when he's around.
Fair enough. Then once we're all gathered back up in our places on the table, I'm going to look at Cosmog and see if he can figure out what we want on his own this time.
Actually, Cosmog will. And with a smile, he's going to teleport all of you back to the not storeroom, back to Glammeow's. The problem with that is he doesn't teleport just you guys and the table.
Rotom.
Oh no.
He teleports the table, you guys, and also like all of the paperwork that was on the ground.
I mean, that might be helpful for us later. To have that stuff.
But yeah, after that, Eevee's just going to exhale and says, that is the fastest teleportation I've ever experienced.
I mean, isn't that the point of teleportation?
Teleportation usually takes a while.
Yeah, well, I guess that's just the power of mythical Pokemon, I suppose.
Anyway, I'm gonna make my way back to Treasure City. You please be safe here, don't do anything too stupid, alright?
Eevee will nod and say, I'll make sure they don't.
She looks at the Zorua from the Guild Association and says, you should probably come with me. There's much we need to talk about. He looks at Leafy and Zorua, looks at Eevee, sighs and says, alright. Yeah. Just like goes around. And with him, They will be leaving.
You just broke his heart in like one fell swoop.
Yep.
Okay.
Yo,
As soon as he saw you cuddling up to the Umbreon, he was like,
yeah.
I wasn't. Well, technically, I wasn't cuddling with the Umbreon in his presence. I was kind of all business
yeah, just being
sucking up-
close to him.
and sucking up the Eevee.
Yeah.
You did just show up
Yes.
though with the Umbreon though. That's the thing.
Friends could be. Zorua Zorua doesn't know. Anyway, Glammeow, you know, the moment Eevee leaves, Glammeow is going to exhale and say, finally she's gone.
Oh,
I don't feel very good with her around.
I quite like her. She
She
seems
does
nice.
have a bit of a presence, doesn't she?
Yes, she is a little bit scary. Scarier than Articuno.
She seems
He's
nice.
just gonna nod.
Like, don't get me wrong, she is rather nice, but I do feel like she could probably end me by just briefing in my general direction if she wanted to end. Anyway, based on what she was saying, Eevee,
Yes.
you know what to do.
She's just gonna nod and say, alright, well, I guess it's a good thing that we have everyone here, you know, in my team in the first place. Makes things easier for us. So who's ready for a dojo run?
oh boy, it's been some time.
It has.
I
Oh.
mean,
And before you guys vanish, I would like to officially congratulate you for protecting the town. Good work.
Eevee smiles at that. Thank you.
It really hurts me to say that there should be a mission on your bounty board for me.
Oh, okay. We will take a look at it as soon as we get back to the guild.
Oh, also, there is this that I was supposed to give you, but there was never good time for it because we were kinda trying to save the town. And she gives you an envelope.
She will take the envelope and look at it.
Give me a second. I need to double check what it is called exactly. There we go. It has, so you can read paw print, right?
Yes.
It has a little symbol on it of what appears to be a hat, and it has a Honch Crowd banking service on it.
Banking service?
oh, that one. It's probably the rent.
Oh. She will take it and open it.
Yep, it's basically congratulations for your first payment, which you have not done. You know that was actually Glammeow who did it. And it is Honchcrow personally asking you to come visit him at Treasure City in order to properly sign all of the paperwork so that, you know, next time it's not Glammeow, but it is actually going to be through you.
Oh. Is it Treasure City? Oh.
Oh, by the way, there is a little mention that considering the guild is active again, the closed 21 comes into effect, and the price is gonna be much higher now.
Excuse me?
What?
Yes. So basically, apparently, Glammeow was paying a passive rent for the place. That was 1,000 Pokesh.
Oh, okay.
And he doesn't mention the price in this, as it is something that needs to be explained in person, but he will mention that the price is gonna be much higher than 1,000 Pokesh.
As we were expecting, so no major news there, as long as it doesn't turn out to be more than we were expecting.
I mean, weren't we expecting like 10,000?
Yep, exactly 10,000.
Yeah, that's the price Glumniao said to you last time, because apparently that was the price that was being paid when she was in the guild.
He's probably going to end up saying something like inflation 50,000.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
at that rate, if he goes like something crazy like that, we're just gonna say fuck it and like screw his building. We're gonna build a building of our own.
I mean,
blackjack
and
and
fight as
hookers.
well.
Exactly.
We'll take the money we could be paying him. We'll just ask the Chespins to build something.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, so yeah.
you should probably write that somewhere. By the way, that is mission you now have.
Yep, I already added it to my notes. Hunch Crow. Gotta meet with Hunch Crow in Treasure City.
That'd be interesting seeing Treasure City for the first time.
Glumnia is gonna look at you and say, "It is a wonderful place." I would say, do not be in the southern part of the city at night.
Why?
Just don't, trust me.
Right, but why?
It's potentially dangerous. It is a big city after all.
So is the south part like a ghetto?
What does that even mean? What's that word?
Don't mind him.
Never mind.
Come on, guys. She's just gonna start heading for the tour.
I'm gonna pick up Grookey, and I'm gonna wave Lameo goodbye.
Yep, she's just going to wave back. She's just going to rest in her chair and just finally deactivate.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a stressful couple days.
And it was all for nothing.
So much
Only because of so much planning.
Yeah, so much preparation only for the very first plan. Barely working, actually. It almost failed.
Almost.
If it wasn't for, the fucking helping hand.
I'm excited because my hunch was correct for a change.
But yeah, you guys leave, and it is still snowing a little bit, by the way.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, the air's gotta warm back up.
Yeah, it's not like storm snowing, but it's still like, there's some flakes still falling.
Well, it was raining, so does that mean it's like sleeting?
Well, he did turn it into snow, so...
Well, we are on our way to Halucha's.
Alright.
I actually turned to Umbreon and was like, so, what do you think of all this?
Completely honest, I actually don't know what to think.
Yeah.
I feel I just got involved with something that I have no idea what it was.
Yeah, that's been my world for the last however long I've been here. I still don't understand everything myself, and I'm kind of lost without my memories from before.
Oh, Umbreon, you got one job here.
He looks at you.
Yeah. I point to, Lucky, you gotta protect them.
He's gonna not do himself, so I mean, that's the one thing I'm good at.
Oh. Judging from that cottage, you're also good at building things.
He's going to, like, make, like, a difficult expression and just say, I'm not very good at much else.
Oh.
I mean, you can always learn, right?
He nods. I try.
Well, It's up to you if you want to join us in this dojo run or if you want to head back to the Eevee village.
He looks at Leafian and he looks up. He sighs and says, "I should return."
I look at Umbreon. Okay. I will then give him a hug.
Oh, he will give you a hug back.
Good thing Bolt's not here to see this.
Yeah, Bob will.
He'd be,
Yeah, Bob will probably be like, "Oh no, they're gonna have cuties."
Is Bolt just Darazuk?
No, Darzik, what?
No, he's just a child seeing affection for the first time.
Darazuk.
Darzik is not a kid.
I mean, remember that time when some of our NPCs and Mole were talking about kissing and stuff, and Darazuk fucking vomited?
I mean, that's okay. Maybe he does have a little bit of that in him. Mostly because he just doesn't find value in like relationships and such.
Yeah, he was doing that for a whole different reason.
I will see you around, Umbreon. I will try to visit when I can.
Going to nod and say, "Just be safe, all right?"
You too.
Same goes for me. If anything changes major, I will keep you updated.
If something happens over at the village, I will make sure that you guys know.
We'll be over in lickety split if we need to.
Oh, by the way, I'm very certain that Flareon has probably posted a very important bounty.
Oh, did she finally get around to that one?
Different one.
Is it about the
okay.
cave?
No, it is actually about a Pokemon that has been causing trouble in our area for quite some time. So
Oh.
it is a cave, so... So,
Well,
yeah,
we will definitely take it on as soon as we possibly can.
or not. Well, I'm off. Please be safe, all of you.
Same to you, bro. Stay safe.
Yep. Right back at ya.
Yeah, and he's just going to nod and, start leaving.
I guess that, now that I think about it, we did actually technically finish, Salazzle's mission without ever having to go to the continent of sand.
Yeah, crazy, isn't it?
Wait, what? What do you mean?
So, we have a mission from Salazzle to investigate Gothitelle on the continent of sand and find out why she wants a Zorua and Bolt. But thanks to this whole thing with, Articuno, we know that now.
Yeah, and it gets worse because apparently Salazzle actually had wrong information.
Yep, meaning someone is probably a mole in her little circle, which makes sense because Salazzle's very well known to be a woman in power trying to keep that power. Gothitelle would probably know that and want a mole in her network.
But who the fuck is a mole there?
That's a very good question. Probably
There's a
someone who
Diglett.
can resist her.
Oh my god, it's
Probably
a Diglett.
someone who can resist her the pheromones.
Diglets are the mole Pokemon, so there's just a
In all
female
reality,
Diglett in the
though,
wall.
It's probably either a female or a steel type.
Fucking, you guys are gonna go there, you're gonna say, but who could possibly be the mole? Diglett behind her makes him so smaller.
Wait, Alolan Diglett is a steel type?
It's steel and ground type.
Oh.
Yeah, so Alolan Diglets did become that, but because they become steel type, they got hair too. So
Weird Kezu.
And
No, wait, that's the other Diglett.
yeah, and with being a steel type, they would be immune to poison, thereby being immune to Salazzle's pheromones.
yep. But that's assuming that if it is a Alolan
Diglett.
Diglett, literally a mole as a mole. But I mean,
Yes.
who would expect a mole to be an actual mole?
Right? Alright.
If Ben does
well,
that, I'll be laughing.
I was thinking
yes.
of the one Diglett that looks like Kezu from Monster Hunter.
I really like Kazu's music when you fight him.
But anyway,
For
so we
people
are
who
on
don't
our
know,
way
that's
to-
a joke because Kazu has no music when you fight him.
Oh. But yeah, we are now on our way to Halucha's. Get some training in since we didn't have to burn our day fighting Articuno.
So, as you guys are making your way to Haulucha, you would suddenly feel a big burst of wind
Oh boy.
as Latias lands in front of you.
Hey,
Oh,
Hey.
So how did it go?
forgot about you.
What do you mean you
I-
forgot about me?
wasn't
Sorry.
sure where you were at, but yeah,
I was just-
things
I was just floating.
so good news. We managed to free Articuno from whoever was controlling him. He no longer wants to hurt you. He didn't want to hurt you in the first place, just like I suspected. So whoever was on your tail is no longer on there. They probably heard about us having the artifact now, so they'll probably be after us.
Are you gonna be alright?
She's gonna nod and say, yeah, I mean, as long as we're in town, we've got some very scary, powerful Pokemon here to help nearby, and we're gonna be pretty much working every day to get stronger, so yeah, we should be okay.
Alright. Well, I would like to thank you for your help.
Of course. You could mostly thank Thrack, of course, because he was the one who, well, him and Grookey are the ones that went to your aid in the first place.
Oh.
If they didn't see you, we never would have known that all this was happening.
Well, I thank you too.
Yeah, just I gotta make sure to stay away from that one energy ball move you have.
Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah, it's fine. It's just I feel like I would not be here if I actually got hit by that.
Well, most likely not.
Well, thankfully you were not hit.
Yeah, even though point blank range almost.
But yes, I'm gonna fly off now. I'm gonna look for my brother, and once I find him, we'll be back and I will give you some kind of reward.
She'll just nod at that and say, yeah, now that Gothitelle knows that we have the device, chances are she probably isn't going to be chasing your brother anymore.
I mean, I highly doubted that she could even chase him properly.
Yeah,
I'll fly her.
considering who she's sending after him, I'm not too sure, honestly.
Wait, who is she sending?
Well, again, I don't really know for certain which of them it is. There's two mythical black dragon Pokemon, but my hunch is Zekrom.
Hmm.
But chances are she probably would call him off now that she knows that we have it.
I mean, I would assume my brother would probably know who was hunting him. Considering Articuno was going after me.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So,
Well,
so once I find my brother, and we come here, I will be able to tell you more.
Yeah.
you know what? Here. She's gonna pull out her Wonder Mail. We've got so many of these, and I honestly want to keep them
she looks at the Wonder Mail. She looks at you and says, "Oh, this is going to sound very stupid, but I don't know how to write."
Well, if you need us, just send me a blank message if need be. All you
Oh.
need to do is think of who you're sending it to, and it will send it away, or just put a smudge on the paper, something.
Oh, I can do that, I think.
And she'll just nod, and she will give her
I
the
could just
Wonder Mail.
I could just roll on it.
That would work, yeah.
Yeah, I'm really sorry. We don't actually like talk to other Pokemon very often, and because of that,
That makes
I
sense.
do not actually know how to read and write.
Well, I mean, that makes sense. But I'd like to have something on you, so if you get into trouble and you need help, we're happy to come and help.
All right.
He also gets an apple.
Why you give me an apple?
So we can eat it.
I'm not gonna say no to a free offering. And she's just gonna go nom nom nom.
And she will also get a Wonder Mail.
She's gonna take it on the mail and just put it in her bag.
Because that's the one thing that we have in excess right now. We have too much Wonder Mail.
Well, I'll be seeing you guys soon. And again, thank you for your help.
Yeah, no problem.
Remember,
Just stay safe.
not many make friends out of the spirits of the wind. But those who do, they will always have the wind behind them. Yeah.
That would bring a smile to her face.
Yeah, she just looks up and flies off at much higher speed than Articuno did.
She's like
Mach
the most
12.
adorable legendary I have ever seen.
Daily reminder that she is canonically fluffy and very soft to the touch.
Man, I
I
should
don't
have left
know.
her.
I don't know, man. Celebi is pretty cute.
Yes, but the problem is that Celebi also has a... She has a personality that would make Verizian look like not a thought.
Yeah, fair enough.
Oh god, I just said the... It's okay, it's a 3-hour stream, no one's gonna report it.
But anyway, yes. With that dealt with, she's just gonna, like, smile up at her as she leaves and then resume heading to Howlucha's.
Look at you guys, you are making so many friends.
Oh, Keldio's kind of adorable too.
See, I told you that me saving Latias was actually a good thing.
I never said it
Oh,
was
I
a
mean-
bad thing.
We never said it was a
Yeah.
bad thing either.
It was just that it seems like every time you leave, it always ends up with something grave happening.
Sure guys, I will be right back, I need to go visit Zebafu.
Okay.
Roleplay or something.
Okay. So, Lucky, seems like your relationship is coming along nicely.
Yes, yes, I really do like him.
I'm glad. It's good to see everyone's coming together. I mean, I know he's not actually my brother and all, but you know,
He may
does
as well.
actu-
He may as well be, as long as you're here in this world.
She's just gonna nod. And weirdly, he actually does kind of remind me of my actual brother a little bit.
And what
Though
are
he's
the
definitely
odds?
a lot. Though I will say he's definitely a lot smarter than my actual brother.
Wow.
I'm just really sorry I went down that other Zorua, but I've already had my eyes on Umbreon.
Eh. I mean, I'm sure he'll find someone else.
Not likely. Female Zorua is a rare to begin with. Yeah,
it seems like we all tended to come in on, well, join this world as some sort of rarity. I mean, your species has very rare females. My species has very rare females.
Well, Zorua
Drakloaks in general are not very common.
Zorua is a rare to begin with. Female Zorua is more so. And then there's the issue of finding us, considering we might be, you know, in the form of another Pokemon half the time.
And see, that's the funny thing. Eevees are actually pretty rare as well. It's just we happen to live on the one continent where they just so happen to have an entire village. But anywhere else in this world, Eevees are actually crazy rare.
Yeah, they did say in the continent of sand they're very rare because they're considered weak.
Mm-hmm. In fact, it's funny because there's literally only one of us that's actually a fairly common Pokemon, and even then, Grookeys aren't all that crazy common.
I haven't seen a single Grookey since coming here besides Vincent.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's somewhere around here.
Yeah, consider, you know, all the mana berries and stuff.
Yes.
It's probably located on like a different part of the island or whatever.
Probably. Welcome back, then.
I don't think he's back.
I could have sworn I heard him say I'm back.
Nope.
I guess I'm just crazy and hearing things then.
You're just.
I mean, we're all kind of crazy.
You're just predicting the future.
Anyone could have predicted that. That's not so much. That's not clairvoyance. That's just reasoning. Which 9 times out of 10 is clairvoyance in our society. Clairvoyance is just people who are just making inferences. And just very good at it. Well... so you said you had a chat with him then, huh? There, Thrack?
Verticuno, yeah.
So what did you guys discuss? I actually didn't even know you talked to him.
Not much. Simply, well, when I met him, he simply told me, or rather showed me not to talk about anything important because apparently Gothika could hear us through that band. I probably should have mentioned that before, but I just fucking forgot.
Oh, I already kind of pieced that together based off of the fact that whenever I was talking to him at the mouth of the cave and even up to the point where he landed in our first ambush spot, he didn't want to speak while that thing was on his leg. So
Yeah.
I kind of figured in the first place, so you're alright. It is now buried deep underneath the ground in that opening somewhere down there. Deep enough that she will never hear anything from it again.
That's good.
I'm back.
Welcome
back.
Welcome back.
It took so long.
It's alright.
No worries.
So, what did I miss in that conversation of yours?
Eevee was pretty much just asking each person individually how they were, talking about their relationship. Zorua was like, yes, I really do like him. Also, I kind of feel bad and I feel sorry for the poor Zorua. And then after that, I was pretty much asking Thrack a little bit more about what he was talking to Articuno about when he talked to him.
You know, it's actually kind of funny how Lucky Zorua is like already like a mix of 2 different species, and if he ever does actually end up with Umbrian, it's gonna be yet another mixture. What a mess.
Dark on dark.
At least, no. It's, quadrupeds, between quadrupeds.
Yeah, it's not quite as extreme a difference in Pokemon types as Garchomp's parents.
And maybe Jolteon and Flygon.
Or Jolteon and Flygon. I don't even know if they can actually breed, though.
Actually, let me have a look. Ian is field at group. And Flygon is... Nope! They cannot have babies.
Well, looks like they're going to be, if they want to have a kid, they're going to have to adopt.
I mean, they're kinda in that age, you know?
Yeah. And they did specifically mention that they were actively looking to retire.
Yeah.
I can't imagine Jolly being a parent, though.
She would be the worst parent ever. I hate to say it.
Yeah, probably.
But,
Flygon might be pretty good at it.
yeah, I can imagine. He likes kids.
Yeah, I feel like his, good with kid, like he's good enough with kids that he can cancel out Jolly's bad with kids.
Probably the worst parent out of that entire group would probably be Obstagoon.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know. I've seen some pretty hard characters break down at the sight of their own children and pretty much become completely different people.
The Obstagoon is just bizarre, though.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys should see him fight. It's gonna be fun.
I will admit, part of me was hoping to be able to see just how hard Eevee hit. Just it ends up failing. We teleport back. He comes in all angry, ready to throw wings, and then Eevee just boom.
Also, you guys saw Eevee actually get serious for once.
Yep.
Like immediate turnaround was like, oh shit, I'm surrounded by Pokemon who could totally get killed down here. I have to go into full professional.
You mean the actual professional mode?
Yes.
I was ready to defer to Eevee because she knows her shit, so...
Yeah. And as far as like that Treasure Island thing goes, yes, I am just as sure as you are that it's, definitely a trap, but at this point we have grown enough that I feel like the pirates aren't as much of a threat anymore.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, Aris. I'm just gonna
Hence-
say that the person who was growing, at least stat-wise, was mostly you.
Okay, and again, that's why I say as much of a threat.
I'm not really a slouch, but I'm still not that strong.
So, why is Thrack not ready?
Oh, I didn't notice the diving room.
Okay. But yeah, now that you guys are no longer blocked, from moving by 8 million legendaries trying to talk to you, you make it to Howluchas. Oh no, on this computer I don't have the music prepared. Oh, you know what?
no.
That's actually a good idea that I think about it. Because that would probably be copyright music. I had a WWE music prepared.
But
But yeah, so you guys make it to Howluchas.
yes.
And very quickly he would seek you out. He would feel your presence.
I'm having flashbacks.
What kind of flashbacks are you having?
PTSD.
Oh.
Coming into this dojo.
Wow.
I enjoyed the last dojo sessions.
So did I.
Yeah, you guys did. I was dead most.
Yeah.
I wasn't even here.
I got evaporated.
But yeah.
Well, here's to hoping we can get into a dungeon that doesn't have any direct counters to our typing.
But
But
yeah.
we'll find out.
But yeah, you will do witness you and then say, ah, it's my pupil.
Hello.
Eevee's gonna nod.
I
Good to see
heard
you again.
that you have faced against a powerful Pokemon and won.
More so through wits
No,
than
No,
brawn.
say nothing. Leave your secrets with you.
Okay.
Yeah, Aris, winning is the only important part. It doesn't matter how you won.
Alright. Well, anyway. We need to get stronger. A lot stronger. So, we're here.
And when I say all, I mean everyone in there.
Oh.
No, Dino got.
Yeah, you give it Audino XP.
So just the people who faced down Articuno with the electric group?
Everyone in the group. Plus everyone in the fight.
Alright.
I am a generous god.
I mean, it does make sense that you would learn from the experience even if you didn't directly engage him, because we didn't even directly engage him. The only ones that got any moves off were Mareep and Brainwave.
I mean, to be fair, if it were only people who used any moves on then in Chilling Adventure, it would be mostly me getting the XP.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, Howlucha just looks at you and he's like, "So, what are you here to do?"
Any logic point for figuring out the door?
Oh, actually, Lucky,
Yeah.
that is a good point. Yeah, you get logic for that. Because I did not expect you guys to actually figure it out that quickly.
That means my memory returns.
Oh, what is that?
I'm pretty sure only a little bit. Give me a moment.
You have 3 logic now?
Find
Yep.
it. There we go, logic.
Further away from equilibrium, but still.
Alright, so. Zorua. It would be around now when it would hit you. You are remembering more things. But the more and more you remember, the less you believe that you are actually a human.
Oh.
Your friends and comrades do believe this, though. Why, the entire town, hell, probably the entire world right now would believe that you are human. Why, Eevee's brother believes you are human. Maybe your memory is not entirely there. Maybe it's important to, like, you know, maybe you're just confused.
Maybe. I stare at the ground a little. Huh.
You remember how it feels to be inside a Pokeball, which is something a human should probably not remember.
Oh god.
Well, while this is internal deliberation is happening, Eevee's going to step forward and say, "We're here to train."
Good. Very good. I can teach you.
So I guess my first question would be, what HMs do you have to offer as of now?
The same as last time.
Okay, they don't change. Okay, no worries. Then
Nope.
we are ready for a run.
Good. If you are ready, then step through the door. He points at the door.
I actually don't remember what HMs he had.
Well, you guys
I have one.
you guys already went through them.
Yeah, well, he wasn't here during that, so
Oh, I wasn't here?
weren't you not here during the training?
Oh, he was here.
Oh, he was?
Well,
Okay, never mind then. Well, then, with that, Eevee's just going to nod and confidently head through the door.
you okay, DJ?
Yeah, I'm fine. I gotta get up though and turn on my fan. That's stuffy.
But is it your biggest fan?
Yes, actually it is.
Huh?
Actually, it is.
You're like miles away from your mic.
I mean, he literally is.
Yes.
Alright, so who wants to roll me a d20?
Me.
Do it.
Oh wait,
That
That's a
is
D- that's a
literally
D10.
that is literally not a d20.
Here.
I mean, if he rolls 2 of them and adds the numbers.
17.
Okay, top or bottom?
Bottom.
Oh. Give me a moment. What typing are you again? Is this ironic?
I'm a ghost dragon. And I'm just gonna say I don't want neither of them.
Then this is actually ironic.
I'm gonna use my will point.
What do you mean? You don't even know what it is!
Man, alright. Let's do it.
Do I have fitting music for this?
Well, at least if it's either dragon or ghost, then no one else really cares about those types.
Yeah, there we go.
Wait, what am I talking about? If it is ghost, then Aris will be almost useless.
I actually would be very useful still,
Alright, so...
just not in a combat capacity.
Alright, so... Do you guys wish to enter?
Yeah.
Or, actually, not in a damaging capacity, I should say. Also, you forgot to put away poor Filebe.
Where is she? I'm saying she's so tiny!
She is so tiny.
She's like invisible, man.
She's probably just sitting in the town square all by herself. Everyone just left and left her there.
No,
Guys?
no, it's okay. Glamnya would definitely come back for her. Glamnya takes care of her.
So it implies that Glamio actually did forget about her.
Maybe.
Also, didn't we have strong wind?
This is what happened with Articuno.
Yeah, in Articuno's presence, it always changes to snow and hail.
Alright.
That's kind of weird because Articuno, I don't think actually has the snow warning ability.
Something legendary status.
Something mystery dungeon.
Yes.
Usually that's only reserved for Obama Snow and Alola Ninetales.
Right. You guys have entered a mystery dungeon.
Yes.
Shake up the thingies.
How many weeks has it been?
It has been a long time since the last mystery dungeon.
Yep.
Yes. It's been something we've been needing to do for a while.
Alright, you know what to do. Ah, not a bad first style. Alright, I will describe what this dungeon looks like, and let's see if you guys can tell me what is gonna be the typing of it. So the dungeon is... It is filled with colorful mushrooms, weird water that smells like syrup, and everywhere are flowers of strange colors and sizes and shapes.
Grass type?
Fairy.
Oh,
Fairy?
he called it.
No!
Again?
It's grass typing?
No, it's fairy.
Air typing.
Oh, it is fairy, okay. You're dragon typing. Oh.
Get ready for million CC.
I'm dark type.
Oh no!
One of my moves is fucking no effect at all.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Welcome to my life,
Good
guys.
thing Umbreon didn't come in with us.
Oh my god, yeah. Imagine
And I just bought this move.
imagine Zorua getting salty over over Umbreon, probably falling in love with someone here. But yeah,
Okay.
what do?
Since we pretty much have the ability to go literally any direction that we want other than diagonally down and to the right, I rolled a d7, and it's telling us to go left.
Hey, remember the last time we were in a fairy dungeon, Aries?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I'm so
Well,
sorry.
these things happen. Let's just get through it, and then we could try again.
All right.
Don't
Who
feel
knows,
bad
maybe
if
we'll find the stairs
if you start
quickly.
getting hugged again.
So now we have two people who are fucking miserable here.
Like I said, if Umber
Well,
would be
is-
here, you would have 3 people who would be miserable.
Yes. Well, so Thrack drew first, so that means it is now Grookey.
Okay.
Also, my character is going to start appearing lost in thought,
Oh,
basically.
well, that doesn't really let us go to the left, so I guess we'll have to go a different direction.
Yeah, it's like
It does let us. I thought that did.
Oh wait, yeah, you just gotta
Here.
rotate it further. Rotate it further.
Rotato.
Right there. There you go.
Well, you
I
would
mean,
think...
you could have just left it like this.
Well, I was thought the d6, the dice that I rolled said to go here.
Why are you listening to die to tell you where
A
to
slave to the die.
Because there's a lot of directions, and it's easier just to pick like randomly.
Also, you guys would
Oh.
think with a better computer it would be easier to, you know, put these together. Still a nightmare. Alright. What now?
I guess we're climbing.
Oh, do you wish to climb?
We climb.
Alright, everyone do me an athletics check.
Well,
You
I
float.
don't, and I have Grookey on my head.
Oh, the 2 girls then.
Oh, I passed.
Right, I assume you had at least one pass. Oh my god! Alright, Eevee, you know how you're climbing?
Yes. Uh-huh.
You just see Lucky just jump up.
Huh.
Triple backflip.
Yeah, but 180, Ollie. I'm a Superman. I'm sorry. Alright. What do you guys want to do now?
We are going, well, we have one direction to go, so we're going left. It is my turn to draw.
Oh boy. Bless
You.
you.
Sorry.
Is that how you want to put it?
Yeah. The pits are easier to get over than the hills.
Right.
Unless they aren't.
Roll me a d6.
Oh,
I have not said that in ages.
3.
3. Okay, roll me a d6.
3.
Okay, that is south, and how many tiles?
6 is probably too many.
That's a reroll.
Is 5 also a reroll?
Yep.
3.
Wow, so it's 3 tiles south. Find me a tile.
Doot.
1, 2. Alright. Treasure. My god, it's a treasure! Alright, so yeah, you guys find yourselves here, and I need to tell you what is the small danger. The small danger is...
Oh.
Yep, there's mushrooms that you have to go through. They don't block your way, but you're pretty sure that if you get affected by them, you will be confused.
Are they like
Oh.
releasing spores?
Yeah. You're also pretty sure that they are not releasing spores by themselves. You're pretty sure that there's a tiny little red Pokemon sitting on them, releasing them against you.
Mogus.
Of course.
Not a Mogus.
I'm gonna take a wild guess here and say that the flying types, or well, floating types, don't get a pass on this.
Yeah, they need to roll. Everything okay, DJ?
Yeah, I'm just tired.
Oh. I mean, we just started the dungeon, we could take a break.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, it might be a good idea.
Okay, so just let's just do the checks. By the way, I know Grookey, you are on top of the boy, but please roll it as well.
Yes.
You
Yeah,
could still get hit by a passing cloud of it. You have to dodge and dance
A
around on
random
his head.
bee just smacks me.
I'm gonna
Oh
help
boy.
him.
Yeah, you get a helping hand in on that. Well, at least I helped you gain one extra pass.
Yeah.
Alright. So, Ruko,
Yeah.
roll me a d10.
Yay. 6.
Okay. What? Grookey,
Yeah.
you're asleep.
Oh boy.
Oh wait, no, I can't be. I can't be put to sleep.
You're gonna be put to sleep?
I have vital spirit.
Oh my god! It doesn't matter! LOL! everyone else makes it, by the way.
Awesome.
Which side do you wanna be on? Here or here?
Up.
That's so
Well, I mean,
weird.
we don't really have much of an objective other than the chest right now, so we might as well go down towards it until we find our objective.
Okay. Is that what you want?
So yeah, I'd say down.
And I'm going to save the table here. And we are going to be stopping for now.
I am over 200 XP after this session.
Nice.
By the way, everyone will get XP for finishing the session.
Right. Ugh.
Oh.
I am now literally 1 XP off of upgrading my baby doll eyes to charm.
Oh boy. So, how did you guys like the session?
Lots
It
of
was
important
good.
stuff happened.
Zorua freaking unlocked the Pandora's box. I'm really glad you guys have actually decided to, like, go down there with Eevee, because she's the only one who would actually stop you from going further.
You're
Yeah.
implying that she's stopped us for long enough.
I mean, I'm basically needed for there, but so I'm pretty much agreeing with her. So
No, he's just gonna go grab Bolt.
oh,
Knowing Thrack.
Well,
He's like, oh, Zorua won't help me go down there and explore. I'll just grab Bolt. Hey, Bolt, do you want to go down and explore some ancient ruins?
Nobu's like, fuck yeah, let's go! Let's bring others. Let's bring like Lupus and Shocker and Monsoon and others, man.
Good.
Yeah, totally.
Zoro.
Let's bring the whole team down there. Walks up, pokes Reshiram. Reshiram awakens angry.
Zoro punches Reshiram.
Reshiram is like, oh, that hurt me. Why did you do it?
I would like to pet this creature.
You wanna pet fucking, okay, out of the two, Reshiram is the only one that's canonically fluffy.
Reshiram is very, very cuddly looking.
Yes, Reshiram is fluffy,
What?
cuddly, and her personality is that of a cuddler.
I mean, this Reshiram is also kind of a partner Pokemon, so
Yeah, so canonically, Zekrom. Actually, no, isn't it the other way around in canonically normal Pokemon?
I don't think so. I think it flips itself depending on which game you play.
Yeah, because
I think
like,
it's canonically that he has Reshiram.
yeah, let me just super quickly look this up. If I roll, like obviously we are gonna be keeping it this way. Maybe this is the dark timeline, that actually got everything ruined. Ah, fuck, guys, N is canonically supposed to have Reshiram.
Oh well.
Yeah, so based on canon, the one inside should have been Zekrom.
Before you save the table, I'm going to do this real quick.
What are you doing?
Aries?
Speak, Aries.
So that I kind of fucked up the W, but there.
Oh my
it's my
god,
turn to draw a tile. Oh,
that is cute. That is adorable.
I fucked up the W, but yes.
I
I put
mean,
a mark there so we know whose turn it is to draw the tile.
yeah, we are still waiting on Ember to say if he's ready or not. And we are ready to go. Alright. Gonna save again. And I will allow table flip. Ah! Jesus, that was scary. Alright, bye bye
My
everyone.
ear holes.
so yeah.
Bye.
Goodbye, people.